Chrome reflects the vision of every outlaw's dream. It's a little piece of heaven where the wild hearts go to roam, where legends come together. It's the place that we call home. It's summer nights, it's neon lights, it's good times and living free. It's throwing back a shot of Jack, it's making badass memories. Kickstart Saloon. It's neon buzzing in the Midwest haze. The smell of burnt rubber as the band hits the stage. It's the soulful sounds the band throws down, and they got it cranked up to 10. It's another great night underneath the lights. It's good times with damn good friends. Kickstart Saloon. Y'all come on in. Sit back, relax, throw a few shots back and let the party begin. We'll throttle up on the good times, crank the volume up on the tunes. So allow me to welcome you to the Kickstart Saloon. From the steel horses we ride, parked outside, lined up all in a row, to leather dreams, the denim seams, and the music deep down in our soul. We raise up a glass to loved ones past and those of us still living the dream, to loyalty, to love, to the good Lord above and everything in between. Kickstart Saloon. Y'all come on in. Sit back, relax, throw a few shots back and let the party commence. We'll throttle up on the good times, crank the volume up on the tunes. So allow me to welcome you to the Kickstart Saloon. Y'all come on in. Sit back, relax, throw a few shots back and let the party commence. We'll throttle up on the good times, crank the volume up on the tunes. So allow me to welcome you to the Kickstart Saloon. So if you're ever out in Kansas, there's a place you just gotta see, where polished chrome reflects the vision of every outlaw's dream.
Hello and welcome in here live as your Topeka Scarecrows get set to do battle with the Port Huron Prowlers. I'm John Clement, bringing you all tonight's action as these two teams get set to do battle. Scarecrows are back at home to finish out their second series of 25-26 against these Prowlers. Topeka came through with a big win last night, reversing the 5-1 Friday night score and taking 3 points against Port Huron. Well, the Prowlers look like they're heading into their fourth game of the week after trailing to Blue Ridge last week, playing at home on Wednesday, and now playing 3-3 here in Topeka. Prowlers jumped out to the 3-0 series lead after Friday night and felt like a domineering force against the Scarecrows before last night. Topeka has 5 games in hand over both Port Huron and Binghamton, which could be good for 15 points, putting them in a virtual tie with the league division leaders. And with today's game, we'll maintain that against Port Huron, but have a chance to gain on the Black Bears. These next 2 weeks at home should set the tone for the upcoming stretch, and this is Game 5 of the 10-game series. We've got a lot coming up and a lot going on as we get set here for the opening puck drop. Want to talk real quickly about tonight's hot player to watch. It's Hunter Hall, though not on the score sheet. Hunter Hall made himself a fan favorite last night after he went toe-to-toe with Ben Brockway. The 6'4", 222-pound forward came to the Scarecrows in a trade with the Baton Rouge Zydeco, has shown impressive speed and physical presence. Hunter has turned heads since arriving and continues to look to make an impact as he continues to adapt with his line mates and new system. Hall will be a presence to keep an eye on moving forward. For these reasons, Hunter Hall is tonight's hot player to watch. We'll send it down now, hear from Robbie Nichols, hear what he has to say as we get set for puck drop. Keep it tuned right here on YouTube and Sportfeed. Down here for another edition of Coach's Corner with head coach Robbie Nichols. And coach, a big win last night, reversing fortunes from Friday. What was it that really made the difference last night?
The players, they played really well, stayed to a system that we were working on, and all the credit goes to them, playing hard, and a lot of more contacts out there. I like that we were taking the body more, and the guys played a great game.
Speaking of which, you're just 11 games into this, rolling through things as we head into another game.
I think we're 12, John.
I think you're right, yeah. We're 12 games into this now. You already have a double-digit goal scorer. When you set out here into this season, what was your outlook for offensive productivity?
Well, I knew guys could score goals. Obviously, you had Scotty Quash, you had Hugo, you had TJ Sneath and Wilson, and some of the guys that have scored goals in the past. And, we looked for them to be the big goal scorers. And Scotty's stepping up and taking the lead with 10 goals already, like you said. And TJ's got 8 and Willie's got 7. So, the goal scorers are doing their job, and we just need to keep on scoring.
Well, we talk about depth scoring and how important that is, especially come later in the season. You could look at a guy like Connor Lynn now who's got goals in back-to-back games, somebody whose record high on a season is 6. He's already at 3 this season. What do you attribute that to?
Well, Connor can skate. He's got great offensive ability, and I think I'm using him a little more in different situations than maybe some of his other coaches have. Last night he got to play forward for us and played extremely well. He said, I've never played forward, but the way the kid can skate and sees the ice and stuff, and he'll probably be back up there tonight.
Well, there it is. As once again, now you're moving in pieces, moving out pieces. Lair Patekin joined the roster yesterday. Obviously, some injuries and roster movement going on. When you look at a young kid like that, what are you looking for out of a guy making his first impression for you right in the bat and into a game?
Well, Lair's a big defenseman, 6'3", can move the pucks, just a steady Eddie defenseman, and that's what you like to see in some guys. And thought his first game he played well, and I liked him back there, and we knew what we were getting a little bit. He's Justin Schmidt knew a little bit about him and stuff like that. So when we traded him for Gallagher, who had some off-ice issues, we're happy about the trade.
There you go, and then you get a great effort out of Daniil Brizgalov, who has showed signs of brilliance at times this season already. And when you look at your goaltending combination, you have to be feeling confident coming here into a long stretch of games.
You do, and that's what I said right from the summer. I wanted a 1A and 1B. I want 2 number 1 goaltenders that you can. Doesn't matter who's in the net. You're going to get a good outing, and all the games this year, you can't blame a goaltender for anything that's gone wrong for us. And I love our duel.
And now, with looking ahead to this game, obviously 3-3, always a little bit of a bear to get off. Again, less than 24 hours since you started the last game. It'll be a 4 p.m. puck drop here. Pucks and Paws night, and obviously Port Huron played Wednesday as well. How do you take advantage of a team that's played 4 games in 5 nights?
Well, everyone's a little tired, but you always, we always say a wounded dog is a dangerous dog. If you're tired, sometimes you play smarter. You don't do the wrong things. You don't skate in the wrong positions and stuff like that. So it's a big game for us tonight, and we played 3-3 too, so we have to be ready. But I know Buddy's excited. He's got all his friends in the building tonight, and it'll be great to have Pucks and Paws.
Well, with Pucks and Paws and that experience, obviously, you own baseball teams. We've talked about this before. Bark at the Park is an event that's become pretty popular. Seeing it here on the hockey side of things, is this new for you, or how's that experience?
It is. This is my first time I've seen dogs in the arena, so it's kind of neat. Bark in the Park, they got a spot to do their business outside, and I'm hoping they're not going inside today, but no, I believe they can go behind Gate 7 or something. They've got a spot out there with a bike rack, making a little dog park outside for them. But no, it's neat. Buddy gets to come to the arena every day, so it's another fun day for Buddy and his buddies.
And speaking of which, obviously, creative and innovative ways to engage with the fans, especially in the new modern age. How much has that changed? Obviously, old school guy like you's been through the entirety of the prolific movement of hockey and into this fan generation. How has that kind of changed the game and how you guys how you see it? Especially, you have a dual role as both GM and coach. How do you see the big change coming throughout the organizations?
Well, it's about a night out. Bring your family to the stadium and have a fun night out. And we always try different things, bringing big groups. Our staff here, Mark Witt does an amazing job, and Luca and yourself, bringing in groups, and that's what it's all about. And singing the national anthem. Some nights we'll have the national anthem, we'll have God Bless America, maybe God Save Our Queen. And the players are like, when are we going to play a hockey game? And I say, you see those 1,200 people here? They didn't come to watch you play hockey. They came to see their grandson sing. Yep. So it's all about the groups, and, our staff does a great job at that. And kudos to all this. We have a small staff, but we have a great staff. And, leading the league in attendance is huge our first year, and that's a cap. The franchise, we're off to a good start. We're in our games, we're eight wins, 4 losses. Nobody would have predicted that. Leading the league in attendance, nobody would have predicted that. And kudos go off to our ownership and our entire staff.
And speaking of which, what kind of difference does that make? I know when you and I talked early in the season and we talked about being on the road in different places and different venues, you said it really doesn't make a difference whether you're on the road or at home. But when you look out and see the fans filling the stands, when you hear the noise down on the ice, and obviously the buckets behind you smashing away, what kind of difference does that make as a home ice advantage?
Well, it is great to have our fans behind us and supporting us, and we love to have that. The buckets behind, I've actually gone through more Advil this year that I have. My old head can't take it anymore. But, no, it's great to have our fan support, and they keep on coming out, and we try to go in the community. I know next week, every single day, we're in the community somewhere, and I think, I don't know how many days have gone by in the season, but I bet you we're at least one appearance a day, and we're trying to make this, it's a community's team. And I think the community is buying into it and starting to like us. And we love the community, and the community loves their Scarecrows.
And there it is. The community loves the Scarecrows. Hopefully the Scarecrows can give them some love back with a victory here on a Sunday afternoon. We'll be back on the pregame show.
Professional hockey is back in Topeka. The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Biloxi Breakers at the Stormont-Vail Event Center. December 5th is Cable Dahmer's Teddy Bear Toss. And December 6th is Faith and Family Night, sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Get your tickets now.
Join the club. Club Car Wash.
Dear Toppers, my wife and I love your pizza so much, we named our son after one of your menu items. Sincerely, Baron Buffalo von Chicken Topper III. P.S. Can't not have toppers.
Welcome to Green Valley Smoke Shop in Topeka, Kansas, official partner of the Topeka Scarecrows for Military Appreciation Night. Let's go inside. Hey, Coach Nichols.
Hey guys, what are you doing here? I come to Green Valley and get all my cigars.
Yeah, same here. Take your Green Valley Smoke Shop, your one-stop shop for the finest cigars, nicotine disposables, and glassware in Topeka, Kansas.
Quality renovations in Topeka start with Kingdom Builders. From dream kitchens to outdoor living spaces, we bring craftsmanship and class to every project. Book your free consult today. Your vision, our craft, His glory.
Whether it's your first time or you've done this before, buying or selling a home can be scary. That's why you need someone who truly cares. Let Vince Vasquez and Keller Williams One Legacy Partners be your trusted source, guiding you every step of the way to a championship caliber experience. Because at Keller Williams, we're the team that puts you first.
Keller Williams, the team that puts you first.
Call Vince Vasquez today at 785-608-8537. Hello and welcome in here as the choruses head off the ice. The national anthems have been sung. Both national anthems, as a matter of fact. We got the American version, the Canadian version, and with tonight's starting goaltender for your Topeka Scarecrows, perhaps we should have had a Russian national anthem as well, as Daniil Brizgalov returns to the crease one night after a heck of a performance. Brizgalov 4-2-0 record, 298 goals against, a 919 save percentage. Facing off against Bailey Huber, 2-2 record, 381 goals against, 858 save percentage. So a big opportunity for the Scarecrows as Reed Cooper unavailable today. Poor Huron came out quickly last night after last night's game to talk about everybody being sick, so we'll see how that affects things tonight. The Scarecrows going to be missing some key pieces to their lineup. TJ Sneath not on the bench in uniform, but he is behind the bench with head coach Robbie Nichols. Elijah Wilson back in the lineup. Glad to see him back in between the benches now. As now we get a good look at what the Scarecrows have. They're going to start it off with Inlow, Koash, and Lind up front. This is going to be an interesting combination. On the backside, Papa Petros and Whalen in front of Brizgalov. On the other side, poor Huron. They're coming out with a bit of a mixed bag lineup here. Supposedly feeling a lot better today as Graham comes out with Bobby Price and Reggie Millette. As we get set for puck drop here, puck is down, pushed ahead, and moved forward by the Scarecrows. Able to get it in the zone, but it's immediately turned over as right back out. Millette chips that across. Price couldn't control. It's banked off the wall. Millette takes a misstep there. It's bounced deeper into the zone. Matt Graham chasing it down. He's after it as yet again that puck is moved along quickly. Inlow will dump it off. As one more time, the Scarecrows chase back after the puck. They get it back at their own blue line and now hustle out the other way. Dumped in and onside. That puck wrapped around the boards, and poor Huron trying to start the breakout. Get it to center. Price tips it in and will go off for a change of his own. Norwinski, fresh off the line change, hustled ahead, out the other way with it. That's dumped in by Avery Smith over the top of the net, and back to Yet it goes Favaro. Wrapped around the board. Port Huron able to get that puck ahead and clear the zone. Chopped away and right back out to Blaisdell. Doug Blaisdell takes a look, passing across to his defensive partner as Norwinski looks up. Taps that one ahead all the way off of his own man at the red line, so no icing call there. Avery Smith puts his man into the wall. Puck skittering around down into the corner as now it moves up the near side wall. Played off on a backhanded play. Norwinski will get it. Waiting for his line to get onside. They do. It's dumped right back in and now chased back down by Alex Johnson. Johnson trying to hustle it back through. Passes off a skate. Some trouble there as it's moved back deeper into the zone. Played off as poor Huron taking a liberty with the changes there. A lot of guys right near the ice surface, if not on it. Turning back around is Elijah Wilson. He tries to step through, could not. It's moved back. Gordon Whalen over the red line. He dumps that off and around. That puck will be played down deep, trying to get free and into the zone. It's kept there, thrown towards the net and turned away as Huber makes the first stop of the game for a goaltender. Knocked back down by Connor Lind. Lind walking the line, passes it back down low. He gets tied up, and again that puck moved down deep. Chased after. Inlow has it, backhanded play. Back below the goal line, trying to get it moved. That puck skitters along the boards. Inlow peeled off, sent back towards the point, but that's picked off, and back the other way comes Blake Anderson. Anderson takes it around the center ice dot and back to his own zone as his line makes changes. He'll dump off for the defense and make a change himself. Across for Johnson. He moved it back into his own zone and couldn't control. Johnson gets it back now. Alex Johnson ahead off a Millet's stick, moving it in the offensive zone, and it's Matt Graham. That pass taken away from him off the boards, turned around by Tyler Inlow. Inlow gets it ahead. Here comes Connor Lind with a little bit of speed, gets over the blue line, dumps a pass back for Inlow as Tyler Inlow run off the puck. Fed ahead, trying to work it back out. Prowlers with some trouble on that. Papa Petros turns. Reggie Millette getting ahead. He has possession for Port Huron. The Prowlers in the zone onside. Millette is pinned to the wall. Koash trying to come up with it. That puck skitters around. Inlow lifts a stick, but that puck does get out of the zone. Quick change now for Topeka. Favaro with it. Almost 3 minutes into the first period here. Tied up 0-0 on this Sunday afternoon. Dump back off. Thanks again for choosing to be with us here live on Sunday afternoon. We know you have plenty of places you could be, and the Scarecrows appreciate your patronage. Right back. Trying to move it along. Passed across. Moved ahead. The newest member of the Scarecrows, but taken into the zone. Passed across. A perfect attempt there. Just couldn't get it done as that's moved around the zone still. Topeka with it. A little drop pass towards the net. Deflected. That one goes off to the opposite corner, but taken with it again. Throwing towards the net as Huber had to come out of his net to play that one. Back rolled up the boards. And again, Hunter Hall in there digging for it. Hall can't control. Pushed along right back towards the point as a couple of Scarecrows making changes, but that puck will be moved back in the other way. Hustled through by Parsons towards the side. Bounced over the top of the net. That puck will ride the rails right back out of the zone. Hustling out with speed. Coming in the other way. It's Cameron Clark. A shot kicked away. Clark was in on a breakaway. Just couldn't finish. Back out the other way. Off that. Somehow not too many men on the ice as Port Huron again. Very big liberties near their bench. Gagnon sends it around. Whalen is there. He swats that one up and out to center. Oregon will get a stick on it, negating any possibility of an icing call. Turn back around now for the Prowlers. Poke checked along and back deep into the zone. Gagnon digs in. He gets there. Has possession. Gagnon looking back towards the point. Papa Petros comes up with it. Feeds off. Gagnon with a shot goes just wide of the net. As now Alex Johnson chasing it down. He's rubbed into the boards hard. That puck will be fed around. Kept in the zone. Shot towards the net looking for a deflection. Didn't get it. Rolled up the boards again. Whalen throwing the body. So no fear of Port Huron here today. Back in the other way. Topeka able to keep the zone. Stay on side. Move back down low. Swapping spots as that puck is wrapped around the backside of the net. But again, Topeka chasing as Papa Petros gets it back along the hash marks. Still trying to move that puck. It bounces back, and too many Prowlers in the area as that's forced ahead. Little poke check back the other way, and now Inlow with a quick pass. Into the offensive zone they come. Pass through. Stretched attempt towards the front, but again off a Prowler skate and would not go. Back down deep. Port Huron resetting. Over 5 minutes gone here in the first period, and we haven't had many whistles, folks. Big physical contact along the boards as Blaisdell passes back to his defensive partner, Norwinski. Getting it ahead to Koash. Koash sends that deep in the zone. Turned right back around and going to make a change, but the Prowlers trying to hustle it back out. Taken away, and they turn it around. Looking for a pass up as Lynn gets it ahead to Blaisdell. Blaisdell passing across for Norwinski. Norwinski out of the zone, sends it ahead. Avery Smith into the zone, but gets hit off there by Favaro. And Port Huron going to have an easy time retrieving that puck. It's sent back down low. Favaro back up towards the blue line. And now Millette steers off. Right back for it. Sent ahead and picked off again at center. Moved out by Bizal. Bizal into the zone. Cutting through. Looking for help as Millette circles around here. Millette passed across. Poke check back to center ice by Avery Smith. That one will be dumped back towards the blue line and picked off. Cut off by Blaisdell. Sent ahead. Couple of quick passes into the zone again. Smith looking. He's got his open lane, but runs into his man in front of the net. No penalty coming there. It's bounced back towards the blue line. Scarecrow's able to keep. Bounced over a couple of sticks. Now Oregon able to force that puck ahead and back out to center. Racing ahead. Moved in the offensive zone. It's Millette to the side. Kick save by Brizgalov, and that'll be sent around the boards yet again. Millette chasing down the rebound. Trying to come up with it. Cameron Clark does. Clark slowing things down, passing off as the Scarecrows reset. Clark gets it back below the goal line again. Clark looking ahead, finds Smith. Avery Smith out and over the red line, gets ahead, and he'll dump that in the corner, go off for a line change. Favaro is there. 6:45 gone here in period number one, still tied up 0-0. Picked off and trying to send it ahead, could not, as that'll be picked off and the Scarecrows are offside. They have to wait. Touched up and onside. Now the Scarecrows can attack. Cameron Clark chasing that puck as back out the other way comes Port Huron. Prowlers racing down. It's Alex Johnson again. Johnson looking, misses the backside of the net as once again that puck sheltered by Port Huron, kept deep in the zone. Norwinski there for it. Norwinski wraps it around, looking for Elijah Wilson. He pins himself to the board, as now a couple of Scarecrows getting tied up. Jacob Gagnon comes in, picks up the puck, and will start moving out. Hustled across the ice as Elijah Wilson with a tip. He'll go down for a line change as Huber comes out of his net to play. Port Huron starts to look up ice again. Raced out. DeCumbus couldn't control as that one tipped off of his stick and is turned right back around by Topeka. In the offensive zone, Koash trying to cut through. Does. Throws it towards the net and in the back of it. Scott Koash buries it. It's 1-0 Topeka. What a play. We'll get a good look at the replay here yet again. 7 minutes, 38 seconds in. Puck is loose in the neutral zone, picked up. Quick pass across. Koash just cuts through a couple of defensemen, throws it towards the net, and finds space behind Bailey Huber to make it 1-0 for Topeka. As that puck won back, sent through off of Koash, and deep in the zone again. In low, trying to chase it back down. That was Koash's 11th of the season, by the way. As that puck worked back out, Koash comes up with it, sending it off of the defender, Favaro. Favaro looking, turning it around. Sent back to center ice, off of Millette. Right back in the other way. Here comes the Prowlers. Shot turned away by Brizgalov, picked off, and Koash sends it around the boards. Moved up, that'll get out, and will not have the distance for icing. Alex Johnson with it now. Quick line change from the Port Huron bench. Johnson racing through the neutral zone. He cuts through, passing off to the side. A shot turned away by Brizgalov. And with 11:45 to go, that should take us to our first media timeout. We'll wait for the official signal, but 1-0 Topeka. With that, we'll be back after this. Hang with us.
From the front row to the upper level. From epic concerts to heart-stopping games. Tickets for Less puts you where the action is. Experience the thrill of live events like never before. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com and never pay service fees.
Security threats. They are scary, they are real, and they happen. Whether it's a cyber threat or a physical threat, you won't see it coming. Is your business prepared? If not, where do you start? Rest easy. The experts at NextTech are here to help. With a free security assessment, we can discover where.
And with that, we are back. And here on Pucks and Paws night, well, the Dogs got some reasons to bark here early. 1-0 Topeka. Scott Koash getting the job done again. He has been able to do that quite a bit this season. 11 goals so far for the young man. So, faceoff going to come deep in the Topeka zone. Daniel Brizgalov, who had to stand tall a lot last night. Well, they don't have the shot on goal up there yet, but I'll tell you what, he did it successfully again here early. We'll see if he can keep that up. Obviously, plenty of time left to go in this one. As now again, face-off going to come to the left-hand side of the netminder. 11:40 to go here, period number one. 1-0 Topeka. That face-off one back. Port Huron with it, able to move that puck down low by Zoll. On the backhand, wraps it around the boards. Avery Smith crouching in, but Bucell able to move it down. Picked off and wrapped around the boards. Right back to the front, stopped by Brizgalov. And again, pushing and shoving in front of the net as Bizal grabbing a hold of the leg of Papa Petros. So they'll stop that one as the Prowlers banging the boards. Not sure for what. Faceoff will come back to the left-hand side of Daniel Brizgalov. So, 11:27 to go here, period number one. As they get set. Faceoff coming here. Good long look as that one's dropped. Tied up one back as Gagnon able to come up with a draw as that's dumped back in. Blaisdell is there. Doug Blaisdell turning, feeding it off for Norwinski. Backhanded play out, and Gagnon hustles ahead. Quick up, Elijah Wilson able to swat at that one and get it in the zone onside. Back for it goes Johnson. He took a rough ride into the boards. Favaro around the boards again. And again, trying to move that puck out. Port Huron with a little bit of trouble that time as that's swatted away. Big hit there on Anderson as Blaisdell goes back to play. Moved along the sidewall. Fed ahead. Cut off a stick, and moving ahead is Gagnon. Gagnon in the zone. Puts a stick ahead. Backhanded shot, and that'll be covered up. Little too easy there for Bailey Huber. 10:48 left to go. Shots on goal now 4-3 in favor of the Prowlers. As again, 10:48 remaining in the first period. So, Scott Koash comes out. He'll get set. Lines Inlow up behind him. As Tyler Inlow, the Wichita native, would love to get something started for himself offensively here this weekend. Inlow on the backhand. He's taken down. That's going to be a penalty. So, for the first time tonight, we will have a power play opportunity. It's brought to you by our friends at Ace Electric. As stepping in to take a seat, going to be Bobby Price. As again, face-off going to come deep in the Port Huron territory. Topeka making their selection of where they want the face-off. And now they've selected. They've got the 5 guys out there they want. 5-on-4 power play with 10:42 to go in the first period. Huge chance to make themselves a 2-goal lead as Koash set to take the draw. Clark to his right. Puck is dropped. Koash trying to push it through. It's pushed into the corner as that's kept by Gagnon. Gagnon walks the line, passes over for Clark. Clark down around the hash mark, sends back to Gagnon. Gagnon with a shot, ripped through, and that is covered up. Huber saw it through the crowd of traffic just 12 seconds into the power play. As now again, 10:29 to go in the first period. The Scarecrows will see a whole new Prowlers line come out, trying to kill off this penalty. Puck one back, Gagnon with it, passes off. Quickly across the line. Move back, Whalen has it, looking. Has Gagnon to the side, waiting for some traffic in front, didn't have any. Now top of the circle looking. They'll swap sides as Koash has possession. Koash, a little drop pass back to center ice, and they'll have to reset. Power play percentage coming into this one, 23.3% for Topeka. Inlow into the zone. They were unsuccessful cashing in last night, only 2 opportunities. Whalen has it. Wrapped around the backboards. Fed ahead. Trying to play it back out. It's moved up the sidewall. Backhanded play towards the front, but couldn't get it where he wanted it. 3-on-1, now hustling back, making it 3-on-2. Excellent work by Gagnon as that one swatted aside. Shot goes wide as they just managed to clip that one. Puck pushed ahead, and now Inlow will hustle out. 3-on-2 back the other way if they hurry. Tyler Inlow into the zone. Dumps that one off and still tied up. Inlow trying to throw the body. That one knocked down out of midair, but again, Topeka needing to make an adjustment here on the man advantage. Papapetros with it. Papapetros throws it deep in the zone. Lind stayed onside, but a little bit of a struggle there. That'll be sent back to the point. Passed across by Smith. Papapetros with it towards the net, deflected. Picked off, and now Wilson dumps it into the corner. Looking around, Wilson trying to get it back. He does. Pushed ahead as pushing and shoving in the corner there. Scarecrows trying to fire that one around. Last 23 seconds of the power play. Papapetros passes across, finds Wilson. Wilson looking. Shoots it towards the net. Deflected, comes loose, still loose in front. Puck still sliding around, gets back below the goal line as Topeka battling for it and having some trouble as that puck will be fed up and that'll be sent all the way down. Last 5 seconds of the man advantage. Trying to move this puck up quickly. They will. Trying to catch Port Huron in a change. They do as the power play comes to an end. But again, still battling. That puck comes right back out of the zone. Prowlers in. Breaking through. It's Price. Shot off the foot of Brizgalov. And now Price will chase it back down again. Thrown towards the middle. Right onto the stick of Reggie Millette. Millette with the pass across. Defensively, they look to set it up. Matt Graham down below the goal line as Price has it off the backside of the net. Bobby Price still looking. Trying to find help. It's pushed back. Poke checked out to center. Price chasing it down. He and Smith come together as that one's taken away. A delayed penalty, and this is going to go against Avery Smith. So it'll be an X-Tech penalty kill. Reggie Millette with a lot to talk about there. And that should take us to a media timeout as well with 8:07 left to go here in the period. We'll wait to see. There's the call for the media timeout. So with that, we'll step aside and be right back after this.
Accident? Hail damage? Or just need a fresh start for your vehicle? At Cable Armor Body Shop in Topeka, our certified technicians handle collision repair, paint work, dent repair, glass repairment, and more. We work with all insurance companies, provide quality repairs, and keep you updated every step of the way. Request a free estimate today and let our team get you.
All right, with that, we are back. 8:07 left to go here, period number one. 1-0 in favor of Topeka, but a huge power play opportunity for Port Huron. Port Huron's power play, however, 12.7%. The penalty kill for Topeka, 82.4%. And they are strong defensively with several defensive players playing forward here tonight. So, going to be interesting to see how Topeka responds here. They had a power play opportunity, and now they're going to be trying to find a way to roll through this. So, Next Tech penalty kill. Next Tech for all your cybersecurity needs. As Koash right back out here. Koash, one of 3 centers in the lineup, but he has been featured predominantly here. 8:07 left to go. Puck is dropped, swatted out of midair. It's picked up, and Topeka will force it to the wall. Matt Graham pinned there. Trying to dig it out was Alex Johnson, and now again pushing and shoving. That puck will be taken back below the goal line. Koash dumping it all the way down. Huber poke checks at it, as now Cameron Clark trying to get there, and it's wrapped around the backside. Favaro picks it up. Poke checked away from him. Clark comes up with it right towards the middle. Koash a shot, and that's taken away. A golden opportunity there for Scott Koash, short-handed, as 1.5 minutes left to go on the power play for Port Huron. The Prowlers resetting. Favaro dumps that one off for Millette. Millette looks up ice. Clark was pinching at the blue line there. Poke checked ahead. That one will be poked out by Blaisdell, but Alex Johnson back on top of it. Johnson wraparound attempt looking. Poke checked away from that as Clark was able to separate the man from the puck but couldn't get control. Back to the point again. Passed across. Favaro with it. Passed again. Millette with a shot and glove save. Huge stop by Brizgalov. 7 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in period one. 1-0 in favor of the Scarecrows. As Brizgalov getting some appreciation from his line there. With 1:05 minutes left to go, penalty kill time. So the linesman pushing everybody back. Puck is dropped, worked up the sidewall, right back to the point. Trying to get it set up. Oregon gets the puck right back. Shot towards the net. Brizgalov with the save. And again, Bucell right there in front of the net. One of the harder parts of the power play opportunity is that they're going to have that extra man to get wherever they want to put him. Got to be smart with your distribution here. Puck is dropped, one back. Topeka able to get it in the corner. Wrapped around the boards, and that will get 200 feet down. 50 seconds remaining here on the penalty kill. Back behind, Huber comes up with it. Looking around, drops that pass back off. 1 man deep, 3 men back. Trying to maintain positioning here as that's hurried ahead. Back in the offensive zone, cutting through. Anderson wrapping around, looking back towards the point, gets it to Oregon. Quick pass off for Parsons. Parsons with a shot deflected towards the front, right in front, a big save once again by Brizgalov. 27 seconds of penalty kill time remaining. 6:33 to go on the clock here in period number one. As now, faceoff going to come right in front of me. Johnson and Millette will swap sides. Graham right there in the center. He and Koash set to do battle again. Puck is dropped, pushed back, but Millette will jump on top of that. Millette harassed quickly there by Papa Petros, moves that puck down for Matt Graham. Graham, the recipient of a Millette rebound yesterday that earned him a goal. And that one's dumped all the way down and right in on Bailey Huber. Huber taking no chances. He will cover that one up with 9 seconds to go in the kill. Topeka going to have that puck right where they want it, all the way down in the offensive zone while they're on the penalty kill. So, poor Huron hemmed down in their own end of the ice. 6:15 to go in period number 1. We saw a long time without a whistle. We're seeing a few of them now. As out, Corey Checo scored his first goal as a Scarecrow last night. Checo waits, ties up his man, but again, poor Huron able to come away with the face-off win. Last 4 seconds of the power play as Millette tries to cut through. Dumps off for Matt Graham. Graham towards the middle as the power play comes to an end. Picked off, and now Avery Smith hustles out. Quick pass off. Into the offensive zone, tried to send back through to Smith as Favaro wraps it around the boards. Looking, Millette trying to get there for a line change as now that puck bounces around. Right along that far side wall as Matt Graham will have to circle back. He moves that puck quickly, and poor Huron looking to set it up. Sent out to center. Millette will jump on it. Hustles into the zone, cuts towards the middle. Brizgalov with a huge stop, and again trying to play that one out. Knocked down. Millette back below. Picked off by Blaisdell. Worked ahead as that's poked out by Lind. They say onside as that'll be played out again. Shipped towards center. Knocked out over the red line. Connor Lind trying to play it tall but could not. Heikala moves it deeper in the zone and all the way back it goes. Back to play it. Patinkin moves that one along. Koash right back ahead to Lind. Lind coughs that one up and poor Huron right back in the offensive zone. Anderson a shot over the top of the net. Wraps around. Played out there by Tyler Inlow. Knocked down at center. Picked off, and now Koash out the other way. One-on-one back the other side. Shot over the top of the net. Right back for it. There goes Connor Lind. Played along that time with a high stick. Picked off. Now as Koash gets it right back. Koash looking back towards the point. Looking, shooting, goes just wide. And again, chased back after. Shot towards the net. Just misses the side of it. Koash is there. He banks it down low. Connor Lind is there. Out towards the middle. Was looking to get it back to Koash. Now does. Dump back off as Lind chases after it. Lind has it in the corner. Back to the point now. Looking across. Finds Papa Petros. He moves it down lower. Therefore, it goes Tyler Inlow. Inlow shoved to the wall. Couldn't maintain possession. That'll be banked off. Played with a high stick as now poor Huron touches. So that'll negate the high sticking call for 10 remaining here in the first period. Trying to play it ahead. Matt Graham circles at center. Passed ahead, broken up. Picked off and moved into the offensive zone. Cutting in. Big shot by Clark goes just wide. Cut off there by Elijah Wilson. Dumped around the boards looking for Clark. Couldn't quite get it to him. Banked off the wall now as poor Huron tries to start the breakout. They do get it up ahead. Picked off. And Elijah Wilson gets by but is taken down. Manages to push that puck from his stomach back in the zone, but it's immediately turned away by poor Huron. Trying to force it out. Price harassed quickly as Hunter Hall was on him. Moved back out regardless as now it's moved in the zone by Bucell. Bucell passed across, poke checked away, knocked down right back towards Brizgalov, and he will cover up. 3:28 left to go in period number 1. Final media timeout here in period 1. We'll step aside, and when we come back, the remaining 3 minutes and 28 seconds. We'll be back.
Professional hockey is back in Topeka. The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Biloxi Breakers at the Stormont-Ville Event Center. December 5th is Cable Dahmer's Teddy Bear Toss. And December 6th is Faith and Family Night, sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Get your tickets now.
Whether it's your first time or you've done this before, buying or selling a home can be scary. That's why you need someone who truly cares. Let Vince Vasquez and Keller Williams One Legacy Partners be your trusted source, guiding you every step of the way to a championship caliber experience. Because at Keller Williams, we're the team that puts you first.
Keller Williams, the team that puts you first.
Call Vince Vasquez today at 785-608-8537. All right. With that, we are back here at the final media timeout. 1-0 Topeka. Shots on goal still seems a little bit narrow to me, 7-6. Scarecrows have had some great opportunities here. So, as now again, puck is getting ready for drop as they'll get set. Over to the left of it, Daniil Brizgalov. So, puck drop coming here. As Scott Koash ready to take the puck drop. They're going to kick out the Prowlers. So, Bucell heads out. Bizal will come in to take the draw. Koash trying to win it for Topeka. Cannot. Back to the point. A shot turned away by Brizgalov. Right back towards the front shot. Turned away again. Brizgalov comes up with a huge save. And again, right after the whistle blown, more pushing and shoving from the Prowlers. And Topeka's not going to be happy about that. Bucell now going after Koash. A weird one there, as they try to keep everybody separated. Brizgalov doing a heck of a job back there. So, 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Brilliant opportunity for Port Huron that time, as Topeka trying to get things back down to the other end of the ice. As Connor Lindell slide back to the opposite side. Quick change here for the Prowlers. As the Matt Graham line comes back out with Price and Millette. A chance tonight for Topeka if they're able to come away with a win to close the season series to 3-2. As now Graham will be kicked out of the face-off circle. Price comes in. Puck is dropped, one back cleanly by Topeka. Gagnon sends it around the boards. Connor Lind able to come up with it. Lind, a quick pass. That puck skitters around. Poke check back to the defense, however, as Gagnon sends it across. Norwinski has to sidestep there as Graham able to push that one back down further for Port Huron. Trying to swat at it as Millette gets tied up. Coming away is Inlow. Throwing that pass. Knocked down with a hand right there at center. Poke check through. Millette will pass it across. That one gets up and into the stands. 2:53 to go here in the first period. So, 2 minutes, 53 seconds remaining here in period number one. A 1-0 Topeka lead. As they get set yet again. Checo waits for the puck drop. As that's one back. Played along. Forced ahead that time by Smith as he gets himself out of the zone. Quick pass across into the offensive zone, but the puck got left at the blue line. Turned around by Anderson for Port Huron. Anderson avoids the stick check, pushes ahead, gets in the offensive zone, and he'll spin back. Anderson harassed there as Oregon gets cut off, and now pushed ahead once again by Hunter Hall. Turned around and sent all the way back down as Brizgalov will play it in his skates. Papapetros comes up with it. Papapetros out towards center. Gets that one over Oregon and back the other way. Quick change here as Hall heads off. Trying to get out of their defensive zone. Port Huron racing back to the other end of the ice. Little poke check again as that's sent to the sidewall. Dumped off. Back to it goes Blaisdell. Blaisdell swatting at it. Could not control. Now he gets it ahead back out to center. 2 minutes remaining here in period number one. Still a 1-0 Topeka lead. Chipped ahead. Blaisdell racing after it. That one sent around by Port Huron, in fact, as that one's picked off. Down below the goal line, a couple of Prowlers trying to come up with it, but could not. Banked off the wall that time by the assistant coach, as that one's going to get ahead and get all the way down for an icing call. Justin Schmidt will have to circle back. So, Schmidt heads off, as now again, they take a long look down here. Face off to the left-hand side of Brizgalov. Checo set to take the draw. Out there was Schmidt and Smith. They get back, push that puck along. It's wrapped around the boards. Avery Smith takes a look, gets it out to center. As they say, no icing on that one, so quick change now for Topeka. Oregon back to play. Last 90 seconds of the first period. Fed off a stick, and Topeka will pick it off. Too many men on the ice here as undisciplined play for Topeka going to cost him. Few too many men over the boards. As now Topeka will have to make a choice of who's going to go to the box. So right back to the next tech penalty kill goes Topeka. And again, a dangerous play here as Inlow goes to the box. 86 seconds to go as Topeka getting set once again, deep inside their own zone. They're waiting for the 2 minutes to get up on the clock. So, good long look now as the Scarecrows, they've got it on the wrong side, but either way, we've got the penalty up on the board. So if Port Huron unsuccessful at scoring, they will carry over some time in the second period. Graham has possession, taken away that time as Gagnon moves it along. Koash couldn't quite get there as that puck is moved back down low. Millette is there for it. Poke checked away from him, moved back down deeper in the zone. Graham has it poke checked away. And now again, Port Huron continues to work the zone. Favaro down for Millette, sent back to the point now, looking. Passed across, shot turned away by Bryzgalov as Norwinski chips it out and gets it 200 feet all the way down. Huber comes out to play. Quick change as we're down to 50 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Racing through. Hustling through that time. Favaro cutting wide. Shot turned away by Bryzgalov. Bryzgalov a little poke check there. Back to Millette. Millette looking. Finds his path down low. Right back to Millette now. Millette up at the top of the blue line. That one bounces. Kept in the zone as Favaro has it. Down to Millette. Millette walking off the near side wall. Cuts to the top of the slot. Shot and saved by Bryzgalov as they'll push the Prowler out from the front of the net. Papa Petros not taking kindly to Bucell being in the blue paint. He has no business in there. Set the screen, sure, but after the whistle blows, get out of the blue paint. 25.3 seconds remaining here in period number 1. As Bucell chirping away. So, face-off off to the right-hand side of Daniil Bryzgalov. Bucell being escorted to his bench. As now, Heikkila trying to win a draw. 25.3 seconds separating us from the first intermission. Heikkila pushes that one forward. Whalen trying to get there. That one's tipped off a skate, and Wilson able to get it out of the zone. Last 17 seconds of the period. Moved ahead. As breaking back in. Looking for a lane. Organ cuts wide, wraps around the board. Trying to set it up. Push through, shot off a skate, down in the corner. Gordon Whalen is there, and he will get it out. That'll do it for the first period of play. As Port Huron being sent towards their side of the ice. So after a period, Topeka goes to the room with a lead, 1-0. See if they can maintain that in the period of the long change. Of course, still 34 seconds left to tick off in a penalty kill situation. As now, some more dialogue at the bench. I'm not sure what that's all about. Again, in a matchup like this where you have a 3-3, tensions do boil over. And these teams certainly got it underway on Friday night. So we'll see how things carry out going forward. But as of right now, it's 1-0 Topeka, and that's where you want to be if you're the Scarecrows. See where things end up as we continue on. We'll be back with the first period intermission report after this.
Professional hockey is back in Topeka. The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Biloxi Breakers at the Stormontville Event Center. December 5th is Cable Dahmer's Teddy Bear Toss. And December 6th is Faith and Family Night, sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Get your tickets now.
Club car wash.
Dear Toppers, my wife and I love your pizza so much, we named our son after one of your menu items. Sincerely, Baron Buffalo von Chicken Topper III. P.S. Can't not have toppers.
Welcome to Green Valley Smoke Shop in Topeka, Kansas, official partner of the Topeka Scarecrows for Military Appreciation Night. Let's go inside. Hey, Coach Nichols.
Hey guys, what are you doing here? I come to Green Valley and get all my cigars.
Yeah, same here. Thank you, Green Valley Smoke Shop, your one-stop shop for the finest cigars, nicotine disposables, and glassware in Topeka, Kansas.
Quality renovations in Topeka start with Kingdom Builders. From dream kitchens to outdoor living spaces, we bring craftsmanship and class to every project. Book your free consult today. Your vision, our craft, His glory.
Whether it's your first time or you've done this before, buying or selling a home can be scary. That's why you need someone who truly cares. Let Vince Vasquez and Keller Williams One Legacy Partner be your trusted source, guiding you every step of the way to a championship caliber experience. Because at Keller Williams, we're the team that puts you first.
Keller Williams, the team that puts you first.
Call Vince Vasquez today at 785-608-8537. Hey, Scarecrows fans! Topeka Chick-fil-A restaurants are proud to partner with your Topeka Scarecrows. Add chicken to your roster and feel like a champion. Order your favorites through the Chick-fil-A app and pick them up at either our 17th and Wanamaker or our South Topeka Boulevard location to cheer on the Scarecrows to victory. Let's go, Scarecrows!
Jason's Deli. It's a family thing. We serve delicious food with quality ingredients. No MSG, trans fats, high fructose corn syrup, dyes, or artificial flavors.
Any wax? Yeah. Need something a little more light. Citronautics hot wax.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we know it's more than a new home. It's really him. It's a new journey.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Whoa.
And when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote at amfam.com. Find space at Spring Hill Suites.
talking about?
For rest and relaxation, go to Spa Via.
Security threats. They are scary, they are real, and they happen. Whether it's a cyber threat or a physical threat, you won't see it coming. Is your business prepared? If not, where do you start? Rest easy. The experts at Nextech are here to help. With a free security assessment, we can discover where you may have gaps and come up with a solution that will protect your business assets. Visit next-tech.com/business to learn more about security protection.
Hotel Topeka at City Center is your home away from home when in the capital city. Located just 1 mile from downtown and conveniently located right next to the Stormont Vale Event Center. Whether you're in town for a Scarecrows game or just on vacation, stay with a touch of class at Hotel Topeka at City Center.
Jason's Deli has catering you can count on. We offer a variety of options like breakfast wraps, boxed lunches, pasta feasts, and potato bars. We deliver more than just fresh food.
From the front row to the upper level. From epic concerts to heart-stopping games. Tickets for Less puts you where the action is. Experience the thrill of live events like never before. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com and never pay service fees.
Brass Rail Tavern. Come visit Topeka's oldest bar. 401 North Emmett Street, Topeka.
A recent study, funded by Toppers, found a direct correlation between ordering Toppers on game day and your team's chances of winning.
First period in the books down here with Elijah Wilson and Willie. First assistant coaching W here. How was that for you last night?
It was an experience, that's for sure. It was really unique, though, to kind of see what maybe other coaches hear that you think they don't hear on the bench, or whether it's positivity or it's negativity. You know, like it was a really cool learning lesson there to kind of hear everything. When you're a player, you think no one can hear you, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun back there.
And speaking of which, how much does it change your perspective on the game when you're a player and in the middle of things? Obviously, it gives you one view. When you're out there and obviously you're now seeing it from the coaching perspective, how much does that change everything for you?
A lot. When you're in the game, sometimes you get caught up in it and you get stuck. When you're coaching, you kind of have to remove yourself from the situation and pay attention to everything. And it was kind of like Justin Schmidt talked to me yesterday. It kind of adds a little bit more experience to the career.
Well, now you got the chance to get back in here to the game, and you have a big chance tonight. Come away with 3 huge points against a team that really has been difficult for you guys to beat down the stretch. When you're looking at what you guys need to do here tonight, obviously they're coming in on having played 3 games already this week. What do you have to do to come away with one?
We just got to come in and play hockey. They like to play all the mind games, and they want to stop on the crease, push, poke, and do anything behind the eyes of the ref to kind of try to get you to retaliate. But we did what we needed to do last night. We played hockey, we handled business, and we let them kind of just do all the running around acting like idiots.
Speaking of which, obviously 2 great periods, second period especially very good. As you guys kind of looked out and saw you had some great backstopping from your goaltender last night, and obviously defense played up to snuff and with some new players on it as well. With the interaction of the roster continuing to evolve, how does that kind of shape how you guys see things going forward?
A lot. I mean, well, when you can trust your goaltenders, you can obviously work more on even offensive play, you know what I mean? But I think going forward here, we need to just really double down on our defensive zones, our neutral zone regroups, our neutral zone forecheck, and once we just keep slowly, one day by day, adding more to our structure, we're going to slowly put a vice on this league.
And speaking of vices, obviously you guys still do have 5 games in hand on a lot of guys. Only one other game competing today for attention. You guys are going to be the focus of a lot of those teams now. How do you come away and set an impact for those guys who haven't seen you play, the Binghamtons, the Blue Ridges, those type of guys who are definitely going to be watching this afternoon?
That's just coming out and playing Topeka hockey, and what that entails is hard-hitting hockey, very detail-oriented, and just kind of in-your-face hockey. But with that being said, we have goal scorers and we have guys to put the puck in the net, so you never know who's going to score on any given night.
Well, before I let you go, one last piece of fan commentary here just came over the messenger. It is your birthday tomorrow, so she wanted you to be embarrassed, apparently, according to this message I got. Congratulations on that. Happy birthday. Congratulations on the first of coaching win. And what can you say to the fans of Topeka watching along?
I love my family. That's definitely some family that said that. They've supported me the whole way, and it's always fun when you have people like that in your corner and make it so much fun. So, no, it's another game. We need to get a W, and we get a W, I'll be able to celebrate tomorrow.
All right, Elijah Wilson, we'll be back here on the first Intermission Report. Hello and welcome into the Intermission Report, brought to you by Fox 43 KTMJ. Of course, we got lots to talk about there after the first period. A big period for the Topeka Scarecrows, coming through and coming out strong again. They came out firing for the second time in 2 nights. The Scarecrows found pass to the net just 7:38 into the period off a pass from Connor Lynn. Scotty Koash deked his way through the defense, found an opening behind Bailey Hubert to give Topeka the 1-0 lead. That is Scott Koash's 11th goal of the season, pushing ever closer to 20 points. He is unexpectedly having himself a great start to this season. And I'll tell you what, he played fantastic in Motor City for a couple of years, had a great opportunity to continue growing his game, and came here to Topeka and has continued to do so here. He looks phenomenal here early in the season. You hope he can keep it up all year and give the Scarecrows a chance to compete. On the other side of that, we are coming up to the period of the long change. Has always been a bit of a struggle for the Scarecrows until last night. We'll see if maybe that 2-week break, they took some time to work on it and get themselves going in the second period. Hopefully they can do just that here tonight. Keep things going. They had a 4-goal period in the second period 3-goal period last night in the second period. Would love to see an exact replica of that play out again, maybe without the final goal coming from the stick of Matt Graham past Daniil Brizgalov. Brizgalov has looked very, very good once again. Want to remind everybody once again, this is a shout out to all of you who love hockey. Bison Ice Sports Association is the official booster club for your Topeka Scarecrows. When you join the Scarecrows Booster Club, you're joining the hockey family that keeps the excitement going all season long. From the welcome party to Christmas celebration, the unforgettable dinner on ice, and other member-only events that bring the community together, make sure you head on over to bisonice.com today. Join the Booster Club, support the Scarecrows, go to the game in Topeka, and be part of the excitement all season long. Also, don't forget, if you're looking for a way to celebrate your special day, come out and celebrate with the Scarecrows. 15 tickets, an autograph puck, $100 in concession vouchers, and a PA announcement in-house with a Hy-Vee cake. Your special day is going to be memorable. Get your package today by calling 785-289-4259-HOCKEY. So let's take a look now at the out-of-town scoreboard as we take a look here. Monroe 2, Athens 2. That one in the second period of play. Well, let's finish up the intermission report now with our favorite part, saying thank you to all of you who make it possible for us to do what we do. A huge thank you to the amazing fans, all the great season ticket holders, all the Booster Club members who I just talked about there, and of course our amazing sponsors. Huge thank you to 785 Bar, Ace Electric, American Family Insurance, Brad Noller, Barry Tractor, Blind Tiger, Brass Rail Tavern, Brio, Cable Dahmer, Capital City Flooring, Capital Federal, Cargill, CBK, Shamong Supply, Chick-fil-A, Club Car Wash, CSL Plasma, Community Bank, Cooper Contracting, Coors Light, Kosh, Custom Dredge Works, Dean Heating and Air, El Ranchito, Arrows, ES Metals, Kingdom Builders Company, Gardner Roofing, Genesis Health Club, Green Valley Smoke Shop, Goodyear, Hanover Pancake, Hotel Topeka, Hoyt's Truck Center, Hy-Vee, IBEW 226, IOUE Local 101, Jason's Deli, Jersey Mike's, Jersey's Bar, Caw Valley Bank, Kickstart Saloon, KSNT, Quick Staff, Locked In Energy, Many Signals Communications, Mattress Firm, Next Tech, Pam Luthi Insurance, Pepsi, Reliant Apparel, Scrap Management Industries, Serpanotics, Spavia, Spring Hill Suites, State Farm, Julie Fisher, Sunflower Rentals, TFL Group, The Bar and Grill, Topeka Zoo, Topper's Pizza, Thai Dragoo, Unit Storage, Village Dry Cleaners, Vince Vasquez Keller Williams, White Line CDL, Wildcat Feeds, and the YMCA. Huge thank you to all of you for doing your part to help keep hockey here in Topeka. So, they'll swap sides. Daniel Brizgalov and the Topeka Scarecrows in those black with orange trim uniforms will skate right to left across your YouTube and Sportfy screen here in period number 2. The Port Huron Prowlers in the white with the red shoulders will skate left to right. As they get set, apparently some ice maintenance issues happening here. Trying to get that all sorted. Right in front of that Prowlers bench as well. So I'm not sure what that is, but the bucket out there, and now it looks to be taken care of. So, some extra snow just being scooped up. 34 seconds of penalty kill time left for the Scarecrows. Certainly going to be impactful. Bailey Huber down to my left-hand side again. Off to a good start, 2-2 on the season. On the other side, of course, Daniil Brizgalov, 4-2 on the season. Trying to take the wins lead over as he and Sammy Bernard both at 4 wins this season. Sorry about that, folks. We still got the intermission graphic up there, so let's get that off and let's get period 2 underway. As now it's time. Puck is down. Koash wins it back. Whalen with it now. Looking up the ice. 30 seconds left to kill as Favaro will chase that one back. Harassed by Cameron Clark. Favaro breaking out. Has a man behind him, chooses to go ahead to Millette. Millette into the offensive zone. Walking the blue line. He turns, fires off as Favaro pinching in. Looks, shoots, deflected up and into the netting with 11 seconds to go on the kill. As I said, we had a long stretch of play there in the first period where we had no whistles at all. And then later in the period, it was whistle after whistle. TJ Sneath back behind the bench here tonight as well, as he gets a rare night off. 24 seconds into the second period, the period of the long change. They get set. Puck is dropped. One back cleanly by Topeka. Whalen is there for it. Wrapped around the boards. That will get up and out of play. And that will be a delay of game. So that is going to be 5-on-3 for about 6 seconds here, as we head back to the next tech penalty kill. Checking on wherever that puck went. Trying to make sure that a spectator is okay as they're pointing. So, faceoff will come to the left-hand side of Daniil Brizgalov. As they get set to resume. Again, another 2 minutes up on the board. As we're set for hockey. Off to the left-hand side of Brizgalov. Puck is dropped. One back. Port Huron with possession. Turning and looking. Lockhart passes it off. Moving down low. Millette walking the line. Across the far side boards. Dumps it back down below the goal line. Back behind. Graham up the sidewall. Running into the official there as now Millette pinching. Shooting and goes just wide of the net. Brizgalov and his defenseman coming together. As that'll be whistled down with the net coming off its moorings. Hopefully Brizgalov okay. Hunched over a little bit on that one. 21 seconds gone in the kill. Believe that was Doug Blaisdell. Just trying to get around Brizgalov, who was off his corner a little bit. So, puck drop will come to the right-hand side of the netminder. No changes allowed due to Topeka knocking off their own net as they get set once again. Puck is dropped, pushed ahead as yet again Topeka chasing. Gets to the puck, dumps that one off, goes all the way down. Huber has to make a stop as that one's going to count as a shot, or at least it should. Hits the goaltender right in the crease as now Favaro hustling out the other side. Pushed ahead, it's Millette with it now. Millette dumps it around the boards, back to get it. Brizgalov couldn't stop that puck, but moves it along anyway. As now pushed ahead, trying to poke check at it. Millette gets it back down below the goal line, and again, Port Huron trying to set it back up. Millette back to the point. Favaro has it. Back down to Millette along the far side wall. Back to the point. Looking, shooting, goes wide again. Sent to the sidewall. Therefore, Koash couldn't come up with it. Favaro does. And now Favaro pinned to the wall. Koash trying to come up with it again, and again Topeka manages to get it up and all the way down. Right in on Huber, who pops up. Topeka going to be able to make a couple of changes here, however, as Elijah Wilson giving direction. Looking out. Hustling ahead, it's Lockhart, dumping that one off for Anderson, passing across quickly, back in the other way. Rushing wide, towards the front of the net, shot turned away by Brizgalov again, wrapped around the boards as Price will get it right back. Bobby Price passing across, back, working the zone. Port Huron trying to get it set back up. They look, moving that puck back down deeper. Fed along, back to the blue line. Right into the zone, a shot, a sprawling save by Brizgalov, as now that's picked off, dumped off, and sent all the way down. As that'll be the last 10 seconds of the power play here. So a 5-on-3 and then a 5-on-4 consecutively killed. With 4 seconds left to go, Oregon hustling out, drops a pass back to nobody. Fresh out of the box goes Gordon Whalen. Anderson comes up with the puck. He's harassed by Cameron Clark. Huber trying to make himself big in that net. Racing out comes Anderson. Harassed again by Clark. Anderson gets through the neutral zone, gets over the red line and dumps it in. Brizgalov lets that one go. Rolls around the boards, kept there by Port Huron and sent just wide. Scooped up. Topeka starts out of the zone, sent ahead, but taken away by Lockhart. That'll be turned right back around into the offensive zone, cutting through. Prowlers with a shot turned away. As once again, that's chopped to center ice. Lockhart gets it right back. Lockhart off the boards. Utilizing the whole ice surface here as that's bounced around. Brizgalov watches again. Back, a weird carom off of those boards, wrapped around again one more time. That'll get out towards center, and Favaro will take possession. 3 minutes, 20 seconds into the period, and Topeka yet to have an offensive opportunity here. That one's picked off. Back in the zone, trying to move it. Koash passes across. Norwinski with a shot kicked aside, as that one's taken back below the goal line. Bucell hustling after it. Gets out, cutting through the neutral zone. Right back towards the middle, and couldn't hang on to it. Favaro just dumps it down for Bucell. Gets away from Bucell, and the Scarecrows will get there. Sent ahead. Just couldn't connect with his intended pass. Stick lifted into the zone. Hunter Hall has to turn around and chase back. Quickly back out to center ice. Into the zone it comes. Price cuts wide. Looking for help. Shoots it towards the net as that does not hit the inside of the cage. It made a noise. Think it hit the post as Hunter Hall into the offensive zone. Looking for a shot. Couldn't get it as Bucell poke checks that one away. Price back to his defense. Here comes Millette back out of his own zone. Over the far side. Hustling out. Down the far side wall. Still working. And Millette continues to poke check that puck along. Millette running to the boards hard. And Port Huron wants a call there. I don't think they're going to get one. Millette was gently walked into the boards. He flopped down and was looking for a boarding call. Not going to get one on that as Checo comes away with the puck. He dumps that one down deep. Hunter Hall trying to get around his man. Can't, as that one's turned right back around and will be sent to center ice. Cut off there. Port Huron had too many. And Robbie Nichols up on the bench to holler about it. Port Huron did not touch the puck, however, which I believe is why there was no call. Sent back ahead as that one's knocked down. Played out by Whalen. Whalen back ahead, dumped off. That's no icing as Huber out to play it. Huber up the sidewall. Bizal there for it. Bizal couldn't control. That one's kept in the zone and wrapped back around the boards. Topeka chasing, just can't come up with a puck back out the other side. Port Huron has it now. Pinned at their blue line, fed ahead as now chasing after it goes Gagnon, my apologies. Back down low for Parsons. Parsons fires ahead. Trying to move this out. Fed through the neutral zone, turned around and dumped all the way. They say no icing as Whalen will get there. He moves it along, but right back to a Port Huron stick. Big hit that time as Whalen trying to force that puck along. Fed off, scooped up, and unable to clear was Elijah Wilson. Trying to poke check it, and again that puck comes loose. That'll be scooped up, and now here comes Elijah Wilson. Wilson into the offensive zone, cutting around one defenseman towards the front, tries to put a pass through, and DeCumbus will scoop that up for Port Huron, take it back out the other side. Into the neutral zone, big hit that time by Gagnon, as that puck shoved along, and now Gagnon goes for a line change. Puck in the defensive zone. Lockhart breaks it back out. One-on-one, breaking back the other way as that's scooped up and offsides with 13:47 left to go here in period 2. So we'll have our first media timeout. And again, we had some more continuous play. We'll be back after this.
Any wax? Yeah. Need something a little bit light. Circunotics hot wax.
All right, with that, we are back. And again, 13:47 to go. Still a 1-0 Scarecrows lead. As the faceoff will come just outside the zone. They'll get set one more time. As they wait. Long media timeout here as we seem to be stretched a little bit further than the usual time, but we'll head back now. Media timeout officially comes to an end. Face-off will come just outside the Topeka Scarecrows defensive zone. They'll get set. Puck drop ready to go. The referee over there having a chat with the head coach of the Port Huron Prowlers. Robbie Nichols having a talk with the other official. And it looks like we're set to go now. As Robbie Nichols has that talk, and now we're set to go. So both officials talking with both coaches. And now puck drop out of the media timeout. 13:47 left to go here in the second frame. Move back. Defense for the Scarecrows with possession. Looking up ice, it's Norwinski. Fired along to the opposite wall, poke checked away, and immediately back into their own zone. Excellent work by Doug Blaisdell to come up with the puck as that's moved along by Norwinski. Fed up the near side wall, chipped out to center as Lockhart comes up with it for Port Huron. A little chip pass, and the Prowlers right back in the offensive zone. Turning around, it's Bucell. Bucell trying to work it off. He sends it down low. Millette is there. Millette trying to spin it around. Reggie Millette back to the blue line. Turns, shooting off a skate, works down into the zone, and that'll be flipped out by the Scarecrows. Turned right back and trying to hustle it right back in the offensive zone. It'll be picked off by Norwinski off the boards and right back out. Chopped down by Lynn, but couldn't control the puck as Bucell sends it ahead, picked off by Doug Blaisdell. Blaisdell on the backhand, Norwinski. He'll join us in the second intermission, so make sure you hang around for that one. As back behind, Huber watches as the Scarecrows make changes. Parsons trying to start the breakout here. He gets that one past, and that's going to go all the way down. Should be, will be, and is an icing call. 12:35 to go, period 2. So, puck drop will come deep into the Scarecrows' offensive zone. Avery Smith, Hunter Hall, along with Corey Checo. Checo waits as he's tied up. Once again, trying to move that puck. Avery Smith ties up his man as he and Parsons go to the wall. Hunter Hall digs it out. Hall, the reverse check, and comes out on top, but can't come out with the puck, as now out the other way. Lockhart goes down. Hall does come away with it towards the front. A shot won't go. Right back out towards the middle, but Bucell able to turn that one away on Avery Smith. Back out the other side. Port Huron enters the offensive zone. A little drop pass. Looking, shooting by Matt Graham, and glove save by Daniil Brizgalov. 12:05 to go in period 2. And Topeka will be back in the defensive zone. So, puck drop coming here. They'll reset. Jacob Gagnon out there to take the draw. Defenseman having to spend some time on the offensive side of things. As that one pushed ahead. Shot saved by Brizgalov again. Right off the drop, a beauty of a shot from Alex Johnson. And Brizgalov just snapped at it, and he got up unhappy that the Prowlers are taking liberties. This is the way they play. You know the scouting report on this team coming in. They're going to attack your goaltender. They're going to try to beat him up. Just little pokes and prods. And you got to keep your composure. You can't take penalties. Puck is dropped, pushed ahead, swatting at it, and again forced to the blue line. They do manage to get it out of the zone. Pushed ahead, quick pass in the offensive zone. Gagnon with it. Backhanded play. Hubert couldn't come up with a save, as that one just trickled right through him, but now back the other way, 2-on-1. Hustled through, looking, saved by Brizgalov on the Matt Graham shot. Picked off. Hubert thought he had it, just couldn't hold on to that one as that one sent out, and that one will go all the way down. Port Huron may not have the jump, though, as that icing is negated. Excellent work. Topeka dragged down that time. Not going to get a penalty? No, not going to get one as Inlow was taken down. Trying to force that puck through. It's banked off a couple of skates, and now back in the offensive zone. Port Huron with a pass across, tipped into the corner, as now the Prowlers making line changes. Topeka firing up the far side wall, hustled through the neutral zone but couldn't control. Right back to the defensive zone, swatted out for Scotty Koash. Move back ahead, and racing in comes Connor Lind. Lind on the backhand, looking, shooting, won't go. Lind chasing down his own rebound, circles right back to the blue line. Connor Lind circles off, turns it back to the point. Shot from Norwinski, trickles through and right back towards the net mouth, but out by the Prowlers' defense. Sent all the way down. That will be an icing call, and Topeka will make changes. So 10:45 left to go in period 2. A 1-0 Scarecrows lead still where we sit. Smith, Checo, and Hall right back out here. As now, Topeka trying to get something started. Bucell set to take the draw. Bucell's tied up, one back. Avery Smith a shot and a glove save as Huber saw that one all the way. So once again, 10:42 left to go, and Port Huron will be allowed to make changes. Face-off coming to the right-hand side of Huber. Checo waits. Lines up here as, not sure who was getting the whistle there, but Checo waits, and now again, Morich will lose the draw. Smith with another shot, and again it's turned into the corner. Checo comes up with it. Checo around the boards, finds Dougie Blaisdell. Blaisdell down low for Avery Smith. Smith trying to poke check at it, cannot, as that bounces over the stick of Blaisdell. He'll turn around, looking for help. Back in his defensive zone, passes to Norwinski, his defensive partner. Off the boards and ahead, dumping into the zone as Smith will chase it down. Avery Smith turns off the puck and puts it in the corner. Sent back around. Smith trying to get free, using his extended reach to get to it, but now two Prowlers have him tied up. That puck is loose down there, trying to come out of the skates as, again, Prowlers managed to move it along. It's shoved back deeper into the zone as now Favaro getting free. Favaro, one hand on his stick as that's pushed across into the offensive zone, thrown towards the net as Brizgalov just shoved it in the corner. So Topeka trying to tie it up, could not. Anderson out of the corner with it, wraparound attempt, right back towards the front, and Brzgalov will jump on top of it. As now DeCumbus getting into some physicality in front of the net. So, not taking kindly to that was Avery Smith. Smith showing the signs he's ready to go. DeCumbus doesn't want any part of that. He is happy to have the officials in between he and Avery Smith. They are going to take Smith to the box. They are going to take DeCumbus to the box. So, and, wow, Checo goes in as well. So we'll see how this shakes out. This might end up being a penalty kill. Topeka thought they were going 4-on-4 at the worst, but this looks like it could end up being a penalty kill. We'll have to step aside here for a media timeout and be right back after this.
Life is full of important moments, new neighborhoods, building something big, and fresh starts. No matter what moment you're in, Units Containers offer a portable storage solution and quick response times. From home to job sites and beyond, Units has you covered. Easily reserve your container online.
All right. So we've got another penalty kill. 2-minute minor for Avery Smith. It looks like Checo was the original call. Avery Smith getting 2 minutes after the fact. So 9:41 to go. Right back on the man advantage goes poor Huron. Puck is dropped. One back. Gagnon has it. Sends it ahead out, back to the neutral zone. Favaro passing across to Lockhart. Lockhart back across. Favaro, he gets tied up as Cameron Clark, the lone man pinching. So 2 for roughing and 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct to Avery Smith. My apologies, it wasn't Checo getting a penalty, he's serving the penalty. As Millette cutting through. Sent down low, looking towards the front, broken up a shot off the defenseman. Gagnon coming up big there. As that'll be covered up. And again, a little stick check. As Brzgalov trying to make sure that puck didn't go anywhere. 9:08 left to go here in period 2. As again, Topeka hemmed in their defensive zone. So Matt Graham set to take the draw. He and Cameron Clark matching up again. They blow back the wingers down there. And we'll see how this one takes shape. This is going to be an interesting penalty kill as once again Port Huron wins the draw. Passed across that time from Johnson. Favaro with it. Favaro back down low for Millette. Millette back to the point. Lockhart with a shot deflected just wide. Picked off, and now Whalen will backhand that one, and that'll get 200 feet all the way down. Bailey Huber out to play. Quick change here for Topeka as they leave that one back below the goal line. Clark pinching. Looking up ice, Favaro racing along. Favaro, a little drop pass back for Reginald Millette. Millette runs into his own man as that's in offside. 55 seconds left to go here in the power play. As Topeka will go right back to work here, trying to kill this one off. 8:35 to go, period number 2. Still 1-0 for the Scarecrows. Puck is dropped. One back by Topeka. Couldn't control into the zone. Anderson, a shot over the top of the net. Rides the rails along the sidewall and now kicking out, getting that puck out, and Oregon will put a stop on that. Right back in. Offside, calls the linesman. As Anderson just a foot ahead. 8:22 left to go. Still 41 seconds of kill time for Topeka. As now, poor Huron talking to the linesman, and I would think the argument here would be getting a little old as that one's dropped. One back by Topeka. The Scarecrows will send it 200 feet. Bailey Huber out to play. Sees Clark racing after it as that'll be turned around by Oregon. Anderson quick pass across the zone as Bobby Price there sends it back behind. Oregon is there for it. Harassed quickly by Clark, and he is not sitting back here despite being shorthanded. Drop back. Bobby Price cutting through. Price cuts wide. Dumps a pass off that time to Bucell. Tried to put it back for Price. Couldn't get it there as Blaisdell sends it up the sidewall. And now again. 9 seconds to go on the kill. Passed around off a couple of skates. Pass back to the point. Oregon comes up with it. Back down low. Looking. Shooting. Off a skate again. And that'll do it for the penalty kill. As back behind. Bucell. Turning. Passes down low. Norwinski tries to cut it off. Back to the point. A shot goes just wide. And now Blaisdell comes up with it. Doug Blaisdell gets it back out towards center. Takes a carom hop there, and they wave off the icing, so Topeka going to make changes. Oregon sending it through the middle as Bucell breaks into the zone onside. Pass across, picked off, sent back out towards center. And that'll be scooped up, and here comes Topeka back the other way. Into the offensive zone, it's Gagnon. Gagnon backhander over the top of the net. Wraps around, and now Heikala racing back out. Poor Huron trying to get something started. 7 minutes remaining here in the second period. Favaro has that one poke checked away as racing back after it. Topeka trying to come up with it. They do get it to the blue line, but again failing to clear. Now they get it out. Topeka gets it ahead and into the offensive zone. Poke check through, working towards the front of the net. Backhanded attempt and would not go as Favaro sends that up the far side wall. Back out the other way comes poor Huron. The Prowlers into the offensive zone now as they force that puck ahead. It's Favaro into it again. Broken through the defensive zone for Topeka as Millette gets in the way. And some body contact there. Millette will get the puck back as he takes it back, circling into his own zone. Harassed there, loses possession for a second as it's turned back up the other way. Price moves it up quickly. Millette has it. Pass down low. Towards the front, looking for a tip. It's broken up and Topeka breaks out. Hustling back the other way. Whalen into the offensive zone. He sends it around the boards. Left in the zone again, back behind the net for Whalen. Whalen tries to put it out front and cannot. As now Inlow was trying to get there. Matt Graham chips it ahead for Price. Played away from him, however, as now Whalen will dump back in. Inlow gets onside. Back, racing into the zone. Topeka trying to get there and can't. Graham has it poke checked away from him. A weird carom kept in the zone and taken away once again by poor Huron. Now Matt Graham racing in the offensive zone. Trips on the puck as that'll be sent back to center ice and gets a mock applause from the Topeka crowd. Oregon passing for Parsons. Parsons looking up ice. Poke checked, but keeps the puck moving, gets it out and to the opposite zone. Turning around, Checo moves it ahead. Dumped back in as now Hunter Hall lowers his shoulder trying to get around as Huber puts it around the boards. Quick change for Topeka, but that puck bounces back to center as Norwinski has to play. Back behind. Moving this one ahead quickly, Topeka trying to settle back in as Connor Lind circles back below his own goal line. 5 minutes left to go here in period 2. Fed ahead out to center as that'll be raced back through the neutral zone over the red line and dumped in. Huber directing traffic as Oregon trying to move that puck. It's chipped off the wall, back to the blue line and out of the zone. So the Scarecrows will have to reset. Backhanded dump in, they're onside. Huber leaves it there for Alex Johnson, the assistant coach, as poor Huron sends it back to the neutral zone. Anderson drops a pass, looking, shooting, blockered away again. Huge stop one more time by Brizgalov as that's pinched in. Johnson trying to cut through. It's poke checked away from him, sent back towards the blue line, and Topeka will start the race out of the zone. Moving in the offensive zone, cutting through. Cameron Clark passing into the middle. Backhand shot won't go. Elijah Wilson, a beauty of an opportunity, a second chance, and a third. Wilson tackled that time, and now Wilson going to let it go here. He was attacked, tackled, and grabbed hold of. So Wilson taken right to the bench. No penalties looking to be assessed here. But we'll head to another media timeout. 4:15 left to go. And we'll see what comes of all this after this.
Welcome to Green Valley Smoke Shop in Topeka, Kansas, official partner of the Topeka Scarecrows for Military Appreciation Night. Let's go inside. Hey, Coach Nichols.
Hey guys, what are you doing here? I come to Green Valley and get all my cigars.
Yeah, same here. Thank you, Green Valley Smoke Shop, your one-stop shop for the finest cigars, nicotine disposables, and glassware in Topeka, Kansas.
All right, with that, we are back. 4:15 left to go. And again, the Scarecrows going to have an offensive zone draw. 1-0 lead for Topeka right now. The conversation continuing at center ice with Scott Koash, Busell, and the two referees. It's been a media timeout, but I don't know if the referees got much of a break. Koash was over there the entire time. As now, again, 4 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here in period number 2. As Topeka trying to get something started offensively. Just the one goal on the board so far, and it is in favor of the Scarecrows. So, Gordon Whalen now heading over to the penalty box as he has words with the officials. So he shows 5-on-5, no penalties on that. Nobody in the box to speak of. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. So Koash's appeal, unfortunately, did not go anywhere as Topeka trying to find a way to execute. Koash out there with Lind and Inlow. Whalen on the backside along with Papa Petros. Matt Graham set to take the draw. Poor Huron trying to jump as Graham arguing the positioning, but he's going to get tossed from the faceoff circle. As Bizal in to take the draw now. Pushed and back. Prowlers will get it up and out of the zone. Cut off there, but nobody there in a black jersey. Topeka trying to get that puck back. They swatted it, but get it behind Graham. He gets it right back and towards the middle. Played back out to center ice. Poor Huron will be able to reset. Lockhart with a quick pass across. As now again, Oregon has his pass deflected. Lockhart off to skate back to play. Right back up the near side wall as that's dumped in. Topeka has to get onside, and they do now, but that puck is dumped out the other way. Heikala not going to be able to beat that one out as Papa Petros gets there first. 3:41 remaining in period 2. Shots on goal officially right now 16-1 in favor, or 16-11 in favor of Port Huron. My apologies there, as the double ones got me all crossed up. Icing call means a draw to the right-hand side of the netminder Bailey Huber. See if Topeka can find a way to execute here. As again, Gagnon set to take the draw. Gagnon trying to tie up his man and can't. Oregon gets it and wraps it around the boards. Bizal able to hustle this one ahead for Port Huron. Harassed there at the blue line. Pushed ahead, and Topeka trying to chase it back along. Bizal comes away with it. Turns, sends a pass. Favaro with it now. Cutting through the middle. Shot goal. Nick Favaro ties it up 1-1. 3:24 to go in period 2. Not going to be happy about that one. And Graham chirping away as the Scarecrows will make changes. Here's the replay. Cutting through, a little drop pass back. Comes right down the slot, firing, and finds a way through all that traffic to finally beat Daniil Brizgalov. It's a 1-1 game. So, puck drop coming here. Right back at center ice. Puck is dropped, one back cleanly. Parsons has it. Dumped all the way in. Brizgalov will send it into the corner. Blaisdell off the wall and kept there again. Busell with it. Busell sends it back down low as Millette has possession. Millette working it. He's shoved off as now that puck will be worked back out. Hustling through, it's Avery Smith. Passed across into the zone. Hunter Hall trying to get free. Does so. Moves it out. Smith towards the middle, but nobody there, as that'll be banked off by Bucell, knocked back down. And that ends up in the Port Huron bench off of Matt Graham. 2:52 remaining, as that'll bring the faceoff right back here to center. 2 minutes, 52 seconds left to go in period number 2. Topeka makes a quick change here. Checo, Hall, and Avery stay in place up front, but defensively, they'll swap things out. They wait, puck one back as Topeka's defense comes away with it. Trying to move it ahead. It's swatted deep away from Favaro. Alex Johnson out to play. Johnson. Backhand play for DeCumbus. DeCumbus sends it ahead, and now Anderson racing out. Anderson over the red line. Breaking in the offensive zone. Puts a shot off a knee pad, and now back below the goal line. Fed around the boards. Topeka trying to get there, and they will. Hustling out the other side. Hunter Hall comes away with it. Backhanded play. Trying to move it forward as that puck will not get free. Dump back in. Anderson will take it. The lone Prowler entering the zone as now a delayed penalty here as Topeka touches up. And he's pleading his case. I think it's going to fall on deaf ears. Topeka, who took a bunch of penalties yesterday in the third period, following suit here in the second tonight. Tripping is the call. Pushing and shoving again as Whalen being ushered towards his bench. Papa Petros goes to the box. 2:11 to go in the period. And Topeka needs a big kill here. As again, Next Tech penalty kill. For all your cybersecurity needs, get a hold of Next Tech. As again, face-off coming to the left-hand side of Daniil Brzgalov. We've been on the penalty kill quite a bit here, as that one sent 200 feet. That'll be played back. So about 5 seconds in, Favaro will start back out from behind his own net. Pinching down was Clark. Favaro hustling through the neutral zone, passes off for Matt Graham. Graham racing towards the net, a kick save there by Brzgalov. Left there, and that'll be sent 200 feet. So good work so far on the PK. Huber has it back behind, harassed by Millette as he gets out with the puck, and Clark turning and chasing him again. Millette looking to go back below the goal line as Clark stayed right on him. Now he'll race out through the center ice area. Millette enters the zone by his lonesome, now passes back to the defense. Lockhart passes it through, picked off, and now Cam Clark taking his time. He gains center red, and he'll dump it down and go for a line change. Huber out to play, jumps over his stick, and now Favaro trying to settle that puck down. Has some trouble. That puck's still bouncing down there. Kind of a weird lane as that's moved out by Favaro. Moved ahead. It's Anderson in the zone. Cut through. Excellent play once again by Topeka. They'll send it to the blue line, but unable to clear that time. Rolled around the backside of the net. Scooped up as we're in the last minute of the period. That'll be dumped 200 feet yet again. Last 44 seconds of the penalty kill. Oregon has it. Harassed by Checo. Looking up ice, trying to break out. As once again, that'll be feathered through. In the offensive zone comes Port Huron back down below the goal line. Wrapping it around. In trouble as Bucell had some trouble with it. That one will go all the way back to the defensive zone. Bucell being harassed by Checo. Turned around. Left back behind. Under 30 seconds to go in the period. Under 15 seconds to go in the kill. Oregon rushes through into the offensive zone. He cuts wide and all the way around the boards. Millette is there at the top of the blue line as once again another shot deflected away by Brzgalov. Fed to the sidewall. Topeka has possession. Fired ahead and couldn't quite get through to Oregon as that'll be picked off. Last 3 seconds of the period, and that's going to do it. And the Scarecrows and the Prowlers will go to the room tied up 1-1. As again, a late second period goal. Not what you were looking for if you're Topeka, but I've said it all along. The second period has not been kind to the Scarecrows this season. As Topeka heads themselves down the tunnel to the locker room. See if the Scarecrows can get something done here in the third. 20 minutes, they'll have an opportunity to get something to happen as Nichols watching as Connor Lind has a chat with the officials. So the officials heading for the locker room, and we'll see what Topeka can do. Going to the room, and we will step aside for our media timeout. Well, intermission report. We'll be back after this, after 2 periods of play, 1-1, still 20 big minutes to go. We'll see where it all ends up when we come back after this.
Professional hockey is back in Topeka. The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Biloxi Breakers at the Stormont-Ville Event Center. December 5th is Cable Dahmer's Teddy Bear Toss. And December 6th is Faith and Family Night, sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Get your tickets now.
Join the club. Club Car Wash.
Dear Toppers, my wife and I love your pizza so much, we named our son after one of your menu items. Sincerely, Baron Buffalo von Chicken Topper III. P.S. Can't not have toppers.
Welcome to Green Valley Smoke Shop in Topeka, Kansas, official partner of the Topeka Scarecrows for Military Appreciation Night. Let's go inside. Hey, Coach Nichols.
Hey guys, what are you doing here? I come to Green Valley and get all my cigars.
Yeah, same here. Take your Green Valley Smoke Shop, your one-stop shop for the finest cigars, nicotine disposables, and glassware in Topeka, Kansas.
Quality renovations in Topeka start with Kingdom Builders. From dream kitchens to outdoor living spaces, we bring craftsmanship and class to every project. Book your free consult today. Your vision, our craft, His glory.
Whether it's your first time or you've done this before, buying or selling a home can be scary. That's why you need someone who truly cares. Let Vince Vasquez and Keller Williams One Legacy Partners be your trusted source, guiding you every step of the way to a championship caliber experience. Because at Keller Williams, we're the team that puts you first.
Keller Williams, the team that puts you first.
Call Vince Vasquez today at 785-608-8537. Hey, Scarecrows fans! Topeka Chick-fil-A restaurants are proud to partner with your Topeka Scarecrows. Add chicken to your roster and feel like a champion. Order your favorites through the Chick-fil-A app and pick them up at either our 17th and Wanamaker or our South Topeka Boulevard location to cheer on the Scarecrows to victory. Let's go, Scarecrows!
Jason's Deli. It's a family thing. We serve delicious food with quality ingredients. No MSG, trans fats, high fructose corn syrup, dyes, or artificial flavors.
You know any wax? Yeah. Use something a little bit light. Supernautics hot wax.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we know it's more than a new home. It's really him. It's a new journey.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Whoa.
And when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote at amfam.com.
Find space at Spring Hill Suites.
Let's go, man! Let's go, man! Let's go, man! I'm thinking about.
For rest and relaxation, go to Spa Via.
Security threats. They are scary, they are real, and they happen. Whether it's a cyber threat or a physical threat, you won't see it coming. Is your business prepared? If not, where do you start? Rest easy. The experts at NextTech are here to help. With a free security assessment, we can discover where you may have gaps and come up with a solution that will protect your business assets. Visit next-tech.com/business to learn more about security protection.
Hotel Topeka at City Center is your home away from home when in the capital city. Located just 1 mile from downtown and conveniently located right next to the Stormont Vale Event Center. Whether you're in town for a Scarecrows game or just on vacation, stay with a touch of class at Hotel Topeka at City Center.
Jason's Deli has catering you can count on. We offer a variety of options like breakfast wraps, boxed lunches, pasta feasts, and potato bars. We deliver more than just fresh food.
From the front row to the upper level. From epic concerts to heart-stopping games. Tickets for Less puts you where the action is. Experience the thrill of live events like never before. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com and never pay service fees.
Brass Rail Tavern. Come visit Topeka's oldest bar, 401 North Emmett Street, Topeka.
A recent study, funded by Toppers, found a direct correlation between ordering Toppers on game day and your team's chances of winning.
Second period in the books down here with Alex Norwinski. Alex, a huge win for you guys over Port Huron last night. As we come into the final frame here tonight, got to find a way to get it done. What's it going to take?
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of pucks in deep, battling out in the corners, winning those 50-50s, and getting shots on net.
Speaking of shots on net, you guys have been consistently in around the 20 shots on goal a game mark. Been outshot quite a number of times this season, and obviously as a defenseman, you have a pretty unique view on those shots. As you guys continue to work forward, what's it going to take to continue to find success despite the shot disparity?
Moving the puck a little quicker, I think, a little crisper passes, tape-to-tape passes will definitely help, and then just getting the puck off our sticks a little quicker. Don't dust it off. As soon as you get it, just rip it right on net when you can.
Taking shots is obviously hugely important, but as you guys have found out too, big penalty kill impact. You guys have found a way to be effective down the stretch here, and again, it's been an impressive start to the season on the penalty kill. How has that kind of worked out? Is that something you guys are working on, or is it something that's kind of coming naturally the more you play together?
Yeah, our penalty kill has certainly been kicking butt, man. I think we have a good group of guys that communicate well together, and therefore, we're able to stay in the lanes, keep them from getting open lane to shooting pucks on net and interfering with their passes. But, yeah, we've been working on it, throughout the year. Been a lot of talk about it, in and out of the locker room, on the ice. So, I think we've just been quite prepared for it, so we're doing well with it.
You talk about communication there, so I want to ask again, obviously some in and out in the lineup over the last couple of weeks, you guys making changes and adapting the roles of everybody on the team, but when you see the changes keep coming, how is the adaptation at this level, especially when so many guys haven't played together before?
I mean, that's kind of the story of pro hockey. Like, you can't necessarily get comfortable with where you're at. You have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Guys are going to be in and out of the lineup. Guys are going to be in and out of the locker room. That's just part of the business of it. You just kind of focus on yourself, and as long as everyone kind of worries about their own part of the game, then it's kind of easy going from there, and it's less you have to worry about things you can't control.
You talk about comfortable being uncomfortable. Robbie Nichols constantly talks about adversity, and obviously Port Huron, really both sides of that fence with comfortable being uncomfortable and adversity out on the ice. This is a team you guys struggled to play the first 3 times you played them, came up with a big win last night, and obviously tonight a huge game, a 4 o'clock start. On the backside of a 3-3, what do you guys have to do to maintain the composure and the endurance throughout these 3-3 games?
A lot of it just comes down to, I think, playing simple, moving the puck, let the puck do the work, right? The puck moves faster than the players do. So I think if we can just stick to those 2 things, coming into this game 3, it'll definitely, save a little bit of energy with our legs so we can extend throughout all 3 periods of the game.
Well, and I don't want to get you in trouble with Coach Robbie Nichols, so I'll cut it short here. But once again, a big game here against the Port Huron Prowlers, and you guys have 2 more home games before you go back on the road, which this is a first. 5 games at home before you head back out on the road. What's it been like here to have some opportunity to play games in front of the hometown fans?
Oh, my gosh, it's great opportunity. I mean, I obviously, nothing beats, playing in your own home bar, being able to wake up and drive 10 minutes to the rink versus, being on a 14-hour bus ride. Gosh, there's nothing worse than that. But, I mean, it's special playing here. The fans treat us well, the staff treat us well. So we're always happy to go out there and give our best for all of them. So
that's Alex Norwinski. We'll be back here on the second period intermission report. Hello and welcome back in here as we are in to the second intermission report brought to you by our good friends at Fox 43 KMTJ. Let's take a look back at the second period that was, well, folks will tell you it's a story of penalties. Not the way you were hoping for that one to go if you're the Scarecrows, but still have yourself in a pretty good position where only 20 minutes will make the difference in this one. Taking a look at that second period, of course, started off on the penalty kill. Carryover penalty from the first period, served by Tyler Inlow on the too-many-men minor. Gordon Whalen would take a penalty 30 seconds into the period, so a little bit of a 5-on-3. Gave an opportunity for Port Huron that Topeka was able to shut down. Then Vincent DeCumbus and Avery Smith got into it a little bit after a whistle. They got matching minors, and Avery Smith took an unsportsmanlike conduct additional 2 minutes, so giving Port Huron another power play that once again the Scarecrows were able to shut down. However, unfortunately, all those penalties seemed to wear down the Scarecrows a little bit, and they gave Nick Favaro a golden opportunity that he was able to roof over Daniil Brizgalov, giving Port Huron the tying goal. Late in the period, Zach Papapetros a tripping minor that he tried to talk his way out of. Unfortunately, that one did not work either. So a tripping minor that came to an end just about the end of the period there. So we'll start period 3, 5-on-5, and the Scarecrow is going to be looking for a chance to execute and find a way to score. Quick look around the out-of-town scoreboard. Monroe 2, Athens 2. That one in the third period of play as well. So both games here on a Sunday afternoon for the Federal Prospects Hockey League are knotted up at, well, our game's a goal apiece, their game's 2 goals apiece, but knotted up in the third period. So it's going to be interesting to see how these games finish out, as now, let me correct myself, the Monroe and Athens game has gone to overtime. So again, we'll see how that one finishes out, but right now the Topeka Scarecrows trying to find their way to getting this game done in regulation. Don't forget, your Scarecrows are back at home very shortly, as a matter of fact, as they will be right back here on Friday. That's right, just 5 short days away. Topeka will take the ice back here at home against the Biloxi Breakers. Not one we've seen too much of, just 2 games, and evenly split down the line there, as well as Topeka was able to get hold of a victory and also gave up a loss. There's the stats for period number 2, a goal apiece. Shots on goal did not carry over for some reason, 19-11 in favor of Port Huron. Power plays, 0 for 1 for Topeka, 0 for 5 for Port Huron. Penalty minutes, 10-4. So we'll have to see how that finishes up here in period number 3. But right now, third period about to get underway, and that is going to be interesting as the Scarecrows try to find themselves a path to victory against this Port Huron Prowlers team. Prowlers claimed after the game yesterday that a lot of their players fell ill to an illness, so we'll see how that shakes out here. If they're a little bit under the weather, perhaps Topeka's speed can take advantage and find a way to execute and come away with a victory here in the third period of play. Topeka certainly has the speed, know-how, and ability to score, as you get a good look at Daniil Brizgalov. Connor Lind already getting out there towards the faceoff circle. He wants a chance to keep things going here. He has had a heck of a weekend. Couple of goals already. Had the lone goal Friday night for Topeka. Had the first goal last night for Topeka. So we'll see if he can get something done coming up here. As they have a chat. These 2 squads, too, have done a lot of pushing and shoving. A lot of extracurricular activity. It'll be curious to see how they perform here in the final period of regulation. Both squads have got to be battling for that point. A 3-point victory. With the standings as tight as they are, it's massive for both sides. Koash out there to take the draw. Puck is dropped. One back, but pushed ahead by Connor Lind. He breaks in the zone, cutting through, chasing back after it. He peels off, trying to avoid the check as that puck skitters around the boards now. Big hit down low as now again Lind in there to dig for it. 3 Prowlers, 2 Scarecrows in this scrum, as 3 Scarecrows staying high. The other 2 Prowlers are right there at the scrum as well, so no surprise, Port Huron coming out of it. They'll move this puck ahead, trying to force their way through the neutral zone. They get into the offensive zone and move that puck down below the goal line. Therefore, Papapetros swats at it, gets it back up to center ice, where Alex Johnson, the assistant coach, will pick it up. Johnson drops a pass. Favaro cutting through, the goal scorer so far for Port Huron, turned around. Koash able to get it back in the offensive zone. That puck worked back up for Millette. Reginald Millette working it towards the offensive zone and again back down the near side wall. Pushed off by Bobby Price. Keeps possession as Bucell works the wall now. Bucell shoved into the wall, poke check through, and gotten ahead. Doug Blaisdell racing out, has help. Looking across, pass, shot, goal! Cross crease pass, what a beauty! A perfect setup. What a play. And there you see the emotion. You'll love to see it. Doug Blaisdell is pumped. Just a perfect pass, swatted into the back of the net. 18:49 to go. Wow, what a perfect play there by the Scarecrows, making it 2-1. As Gagnon gets set for the puck drop. Puck is won back, passed off. Blaisdell gets it right back, passed ahead. Moved ahead as Hunter Hall gets his first as a Scarecrow. That puck worked around. Blaisdell, he was pumped. And now again, that puck moved up quickly, trying to hustle it through. It's wrapped around the boards. Brzgaloff directing traffic. Backhanded play out to center ice. As now again, Parsons will get it back into his own zone. Looking for the pass, didn't connect, as now Clark throws it into the offensive zone. Pushed back out towards the neutral zone, cut off there. Backhanded play looking for Clark. Right around him. Clark has to peel off as Parsons moved that puck quickly. Pushed up the far side wall. Contact there as that's pushed back towards the corner, but poor Huron able to get that puck out of the zone. Papa Petros picks it up, he looks up ice and dumps it in. Back down low. Poor Huron will scoop up the loose puck, trying to race back out the other side. Pushing it through, Luke James into the offensive zone. He cuts through, poke checked off of his stick, and now back down low again. Whalen misses his check as Matt Graham right across into the slot, poke checked away, and hustled out by Koash. Koash and Inlow racing ahead towards the offensive zone as now a stick lifter as Oregon moved it back to his defensive partner. Fed ahead, trying to move this puck back out. It's Graham with it again. Graham chips it ahead. Looking to knock it down was Blaisdell. He takes it to the wall. Pushed off. Connor Lynn loses his balance. Gets right back up, trying to move it. Still battling. He and Matt Graham going at it. Played off. Trying to push it ahead. It does scoop out and is sent to center ice as Favaro has some trouble. Quick change there for Inlow. He jumps over the boards as Favaro pushes it ahead for Bizal. Bizal into the zone. Passed across. Broken up. Gotten away as Corey Checo gets it out towards center ice, and that one chipped away, but Checo gets it right back, right in front of his bench. Moved ahead, up for Doug Blaisdell. On the near side wall, passes up quickly. That one chipped up and kept in play, and that's dumped off by Checo. Deep in the zone it goes, wrapped around the boards. A little bit of a struggle there as that puck filters its way through on a poor Huron stick. Bucel heading towards the zone. Nice poke check that time by Blaisdell. He is feeling it right now. Gotten back out towards center ice. Played up. Dumped back in the offensive zone. Hit there by Avery Smith towards the front. Bucell, his pass taken away as Blaisdell comes up with it again. Up for Avery Smith. Smith trying to move it along. He's got Hunter Hall with him. Smith with a shot. Easy glove save, and that'll be covered up by Huber. 16:13 to go here, period number 3. As Topeka up 2-1. So face off. Coming back again. Deep in the Topeka Scarecrows offensive zone. Gagnon getting set. He'll take the draw. Wilson off to his left. Jacob Gagnon, normally a defenseman here, playing center. As they get set one more time, puck is dropped. One back. Clark has it. Shot goes just wide. Wrapped around the boards. Jumping up. Once again, it's Blake Anderson into the zone onside. Anderson fakes a shot. Big wide up shot. Goes just wide. Rides the rails back as Wilson couldn't quite come up with it. DeCumbus has it now down low. He's run into the boards. Trying to play at that one. Papa Petros has his man tied up to the wall. Puck is coming loose. Gagnon comes away with it. He has his stick lifted. Fed out towards the front. Sent back to the point now. Favaro with it. Favaro dumps down low. Tecumseh back for it. He's harassed by Gagnon. Work towards the front. Saved by Brizgalov. And now Gagnon pushing his man out of the way. Doesn't like anybody encroaching on his netminder as Morich pushed away. And now again, the Prowlers getting a little bit froggy after the whistle. 15:34 left to go here in period 3. A 2-1 Scarecrows lead. Right back out there, Doug Blaisdell. He is feeling it right now. All smiles for number 20. Puck drop coming here. Right off to the left-hand side of Daniil Brizgalov. Puck is dropped. Pushed back. Worked out. In though, able to get it wide. Pushed out and sent ahead. As that one is going to have the distance. That's an icing call. As now again, that'll bring it all the way back. So, faceoff comes all the way back down into Brizgalov's end. Faceoff here. As Scotty Koash trying to take this draw. Puck is dropped to the sidewall and now worked ahead. Trying to push it back through is Alex Johnson. Gotten off the backside of the net. Johnson gets it right back, puts it back and around. Heikkila couldn't control. That'll be picked up by Inlow. Tyler Inlow breaks over the red line. He dumps off and he'll chase. Trying to get around. Taken to the wall. That's sent into the sidewall now as Koash chasing back after it. Worked ahead. Koash chasing back Heikkila. That'll be dumped in. Brizgalov watches that one go around his net and back off the backside. Quick up on that one. Moved quickly. Back to Blaisdell. Out towards center. It's tipped, so no icing, and the Scarecrow is going to make changes. Bailey Huber back to play. 15-17 left to go, period number 3. 2-1 Topeka, being outshot 20-12 at the moment. Fed around the boards, and now trying to get in there was Avery Smith. Couldn't quite get to it first. Bounce back. Favaro with it. Nick Favaro taking a long look. Passes through center ice. That's chopped away and right back to center. Getting wide. A backhanded play at the red line, and Huber out of his net to play, so regardless, no question about the icing on that. Back out the other side. Here comes Millette. Dumps it off. Bobby Price into the zone. Cuts wide. Back to Millette. A shot turned away by Brizgalov. And again, more pushing and shoving. Bucell attacking Smith. He wants no part of that, I promise you. As now Papapetros getting in there as well. He and Smith both being held back by the officials. So, Bucell about 4 extra jabs into Brizgalov. So we will head to the media timeout here in just a moment. 14:41 left to go here in period number 3. 2-1 in favor of the Topeka Scarecrows. We'll be back after this one. All right, so the officials are at the scorer's table. Nobody in the box as of right now. But we'll see how this shakes out. No penalty up on the board yet either. Gordon Whalen pleading his case. As Whalen still having a conversation with the referee. So, 20 seconds left to go in the media timeout as they're trying to get the crowd revved up here. As now again, lots of conversation here this game. Again, no penalty on the board. So everything left where it is. I believe we're going to have 5-on-5 down here to the left-hand side of Daniil Brizgalov. But Whalen heads back to the bench, deliver the message to the coach. As again, I'm not 100% sure what that long conversation was. They were talking at the official. There's once again up on the scoreboard the upcoming home games, but a little bit of a mistake there. Friday, December 5th, Saturday, December 6th, Biloxi in town, and then the next home games after that, Friday, December 26th, Saturday, December 27th, as the Monroe Moccasins make their lone trip up here this year. As they get set here for the face-off. As we get set here for puck drop. So, Robbie Nichols, a long conversation here with the officials. And again, I'm not sure what that long conversation was during the media timeout with the captains and the scorers table, but Nichols still talking with the referee. As puck is dropped, one back by Port Huron. Johnson trying to move it deep. Millette comes away with it. Reginald Millette walking the wall on the far side, sent back to the point as Favaro has his pass deflected, and a nice tip there by Koash. Millette trying to chase it down, swatted out. Koash comes up with it. He tries to spin off and can't, as now Inlow trying to chase it back down the wall. Favaro comes away with it. Knocked back down again, as that'll be played up. Koash trying to golf swing at that one, wasn't able to get it back in. Bucell sending it along. Dumped down deep by Millette, turned away. Pitchforked up the boards and gotten out by Tyler Inlow, but some trouble with control as now Koash comes out with it, gets it up to Inlow. Inlow into the zone, passed across, using the full zone as Lynn gets it back. Moved ahead that time by Koash, and it's taken away from him. Dumped in onside now as both sides making changes. Poor Huron trying to rush this puck back up the ice as Millette shoved into the wall. He got there hard as that's moved back around, and Heikkila will send it back to his defense back in the neutral zone. Played back towards the Port Huron end, scooped up and rushing back in. Elijah Wilson tried to feed Cameron Clark, just couldn't quite get it to him. Now Wilson chasing it down, not able to get there as Matt Graham puts it off a couple of skates. That'll bounce up. Blaisdell gets it out and back into the zone, and Port Huron going to have an opportunity to clear there as Topeka had to get onside. Now a quick up by Topeka, or by Port Huron, my apologies. Big save by the Topeka netminder as Brzgalov waits and watches. So, the referee with a long, hard whistle after the fact. As the Scarecrows just trying to defend their goaltender. 13:03 left to go in period number 3. 2-1 for Topeka right now. So we'll get a good look here. Robbie Nichols, again, a conversation at the bench with a linesman and a referee. So they get set. Puck is ready to drop to the left-hand side of the netminder, Daniel Brzgalov. As that one dropped, one back, Gordon Whalen comes away with it. Whalen sends it ahead, trips up his winger as now again that puck pushed towards the defensive zone for Port Huron, dumped into the offensive zone. Brzgalov back to leave it there for Whalen. Whalen around the boards, right back up for Avery Smith. That one hand passed down if Port Huron were to touch as Smith gets there first and will send it right back out. Played ahead, it's Johnson with it now. Fed up the boards. Smith able to get it and walk along the blue line. Now Topeka touches up onside and Parsons will take possession. Parsons up the near side boards here. Fed ahead. Looking around, dumped back off all the way around. Blaisdell watched that one go by and lets it go. Blaisdell took a look and nothing more than cursory there as back out the other way comes Checo. Checo over the red line. Dumps that one down after gaining the red line. And Topeka sends one man deep while the rest make changes. Off the skate of Price. That one's back in the offensive zone. Picked off. Topeka with it again. A shot. And that one bounces back behind the net. Scarecrow still with it. Looking back to the point. Blaisdell with it again. Shot towards the net. Turned aside. That one back down low again. Looking back towards the blue line. Decides better of it. Goes down deeper into the zone. And now Port Huron has possession. 11:45 to go on the near side wall. Millette comes up with it. Reggie Millette taking it back as his line mates make changes. And again, the Scarecrows trying to keep the pressure going down the offensive zone as Millette trying to break out. He's pinned off the wall that time. As Scott Koash down there throwing the body. Puck poke checked out, and Port Huron will reset. 11:20 to go here, period number 3. Cutting through is Favaro, drops a pass for Matt Graham. Graham through the middle as that's broken up. Millet's stick was lifted, and Connor Lynn comes up with it. Lynn gets it out to center. That'll be turned over, but Port Huron going to try to catch Topeka in a change. Not able to do so on that, as the defense played with it just a second too long. Bounced ahead. Heikla into the offensive zone. Poke checked away from Graham, right back onto the stick of Millet. Millet sidesteps a check. Back to the blue line now. Thrown towards the net. Brizgalov with a save, and he will cover up. So Papa Petros will take his stick back. That was knocked out of his hands by Parsons. So face-off coming back deep here in the defensive zone for Topeka. 10:51 remaining as they get set for the puck drop. Gagnon having a chat with Papa Petros. Puck is dropped. One back. Topeka gets it to the sidewall. Elijah Wilson trying to use his speed. Gets the red line, and he gets it up and into the zone. Almost interference that time as that's bounced up and back to center ice. Turned around and fired into the zone. Topeka has to get onside as Wilson heads right off. Quick line change that time is back out the other way. Here comes Anderson. Anderson cutting through over the blue line. Gets in. Falls down that time and still trying to push it forward. It's picked up Avery Smith. Chipped ahead but just missed his intended target. Bounced over a couple sticks. Anderson back in the offensive zone. That one sent back out. Through the neutral zone. Heading towards Huber as Cameron Clark tries to get in there. Bounced off the wall, and now again Avery Smith trying to use his size to his advantage. Played back into the offensive zone. Port Huron into the gut of Norwinski. Again, thanks to Alex Norwinski stopping by during the intermission. Thrown towards the net, taken away by Brizgalov. Played back behind, it's Blaisdell. Up through the neutral zone. Hustled ahead, dumped down deep. Avery Smith trying to get there as he and Checo lumbered towards the net. Back towards the blue line, kept there by Norwinski and dumped into the corner. Checo trying to chase back after it. Port Huron will escape the zone. And with the puck. Back outside, it's Matt Graham. Cutting across, dumped back down deep. Played along the boards. Avery Smith chops it out. That's going to have the distance here. And will be, and is an icing call. As Topeka trying to make changes here. So, all the way back it goes. Hunter Hall going down the tunnel. Hope he's okay. As we'll have a media timeout here. We'll step aside and be right back after this.
Professional hockey is back in Topeka. The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Biloxi Breakers at the Stormontville Event Center. December 5th is Cable Dahmer's Teddy Bear Toss. And December 6th is Faith and Family Night, sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Get your tickets now.
All right, with that, we are back. 9:29 left to go here, period number 3. Shots on goal, 24-14. In favor of Port Huron, the Prowlers trying to find a way to get this one tied up. The Scarecrows trying to get this across the finish line. 9:29 to go. I didn't get to say it at the top of the period. Well, they scored early on, so it still counts. 20 miles, 20 smiles. Nobody rides for free. See if Topeka can finish it off. They get set. Referee now in his position. That puck is dropped, one off the boards and banked to the blue line. Can't clear the zone, however. Thrown towards the net. Brizgalov with a save. And again, the Prowlers encroaching too close to the netminder. So a quick change by Topeka. As a few stick taps here. Millette and Blaisdell having words all the way back to the bench here. As Millette will stay out here. Basically just harassing Doug Blaisdell all the way back to the bench. And Scott Koash looking to win the draw. Tied up, pushed ahead, towards the net, kick save Brizgalov, and sent to the sidewall. Banked off the wall and back to center ice. As Port Huron comes up with it, they send it all the way back deep into their zone. Connor Lind gives chase. Timothy Organ back behind. Fires around the boards as now Inlow pinches over. Deflects that one off. Lind sends it back to his own zone, and Brizgalov will come out to play. Brizgalov lifting it out to center ice. Koash with a tip, and now Inlow trying to get there. Reaches out his stick, does manage to move the puck, but couldn't control. Right into Scott Koash's pads that time as it's moved along the far side wall. Matt Graham with a quick pass over. Right back to center ice, here comes Millette. Millette into the offensive zone, drops it off for Baisal. Baisal has his pass taken away, 3-on-2 if they hurry. Back the other way, into the zone comes Connor Lind. Lind trying to get around his defender, sends it to the middle, but just behind his intended target. As that's worked back out to center. Millette just missed that one. 8:25 to go here, period 3. 2-1 Topeka. Sent ahead. Johnson fires it up off of Millette's stick into the zone. Millette over to Baisal. Baisal, a shot over the top of the net. Chase back after. Cameron Clark swatting at it. He does push it forward. Chipped ahead as now again. Dumped off by Baisal. Wrapped around the boards. Favaro gets tied off that time as Blaisdell falls down. Trying to get there to Cumbus. He's digging. 2 Topeka Scarecrows in there. Trying to move it off to Cumbus. He cannot get a hold of that puck as Norwinski will. Alex Norwinski up the boards. Back into the neutral zone as Favaro touched. So that'll be an offsides call. 7:46 remaining. 1 media timeout left to go here as well. As Elijah Wilson having a chat with the linesman. He's saying he touched it, came out. I think he was trying to get the face-off move down. Not going to work on that one for Elijah as puck is dropped. One back, all the way back as Whalen picks it up. Moved along that time. Fed up. Wilson couldn't put a stop on it. They say no icing, however, as out of the net comes the netminder. Back behind. Port Huron looking to set it up on the far side. Shipped up the boards, cut off by Topeka, and bounced around at center ice in the skates. As that's moved back for Wilson. Dumps that off the boards. That's chopped down, and they want it called. Played for a high stick, and it was. So that'll be all the way back down. An offensive zone draw for Topeka. 7:19 to go. The Jumbotron's talking about celebrating your birthday at a home game. We talked about that a little earlier, but please come out and celebrate with us. No, they're not going to get that. It's going to be a center ice draw. Wanted to get Inlow and Koash out there, but not going to happen as Jacob Gagnon set to take the draw. Tied up. Gagnon pushes it forward, dumps that puck down deep, and now they'll make the change they wanted. Lockhart behind his net, looking. One man out as Matt Graham trying to hustle it up the far side boards. Passes across. They try to get this settled as that puck bounces around on him, and Port Huron has had a lot of trouble calming that puck down. Into the offensive zone they come. Heikala towards the net, poke checked away by Brizgalov. Sent up the side wall by Matt Graham. Bobby Price is there below the goal line, has possession. Price turns it around, poke checked away, but back down low again. Graham trying to get there as now again Papa Petros trying to get his stick free as he and Graham are tied up. Puck pushed to the wall. Sent up the near side wall this time as now Anderson trying to break out from the wall. Anderson towards the net, blockered away that time once again by Brizgalov. Graham tied up. He's harangued down there. Anderson puts it through the legs of the defenseman, keeps coming, poke checked away, and the Scarecrows misplay. Price had spun off, and now Topeka will start up the other way. Quick pass into the offensive zone. Poke checked down in the corner. Topeka having some trouble as they'll look to make a quick change themselves. Anderson racing out, dumps it back for his defense as Topeka finishes their change. 6 minutes to go here, period 3. Millette, a quick pass across towards the net, kick save. Knocked down by Scott Koash. He'll pitchfork that one back to center. And now Favaro keeping an eye on it. Tyler Inlow, the deep man so far as Avery circles out. Trying to play this one ahead. It's dumped back in deep. Blaisdell out to play. Blaisdell on the backhand. Hit along the wall by Inlow. Shot turned aside by Brizgalov. Hits the glass. Stays in play. Right back towards the front of the net. Norwinski trying to chase it down. He's harassed by Millette. Gotten to center ice. Favaro trying to turn it around. Falling down, the Scarecrows forward. Moved back out. Chopped off his stick. Settled down as Avery Smith couldn't control. He and Oregon come together as that's moved back into the defensive zone for Port Huron. 5:20 left to go in period 3. Still 2-1 in favor of the Scarecrows. Back behind, Favaro looking to set it up. Sent through off a stick. Knocked back down by Topeka. It's Checo with it. Checo off the boards. Kicked back in the offensive zone. Played out. Picked off there and dumped back deep in the zone. As one more time, that puck will be played around down low by Port Huron. Favaro moving it ahead. Poke checked away into the offensive zone. Cutting through towards the middle. Lind with a shot over the top of the net. Just a little too much height on that backhand. As that'll be moved out by Port Huron. Back the other way. Poke check through by Alex Johnson. Johnson dumps it off. Turned around. As again, Papa Petros was back there. A little bit of checking game played down there. Flipped up, and that will get into the penalty box. The officials going to come together here. As they say it was deflected, so no penalty coming here. As 4:27 left to go, we'll go to the final media timeout tonight, and we'll step aside and be right back after this.
Quality renovations in Topeka start with Kingdom Builders. From dream kitchens to outdoor living spaces, we bring craftsmanship and class to every project. Book your free consult today. Your vision, our craft, His glory.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we know it's more than a new home. It's really him. It's a new journey.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Whoa.
And when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote at amfam.com.
All right. Well, that's the final media timeout. 4:27 to go in this one. And it's all about execution. Goalie already up to the V100 logo. Painted on the ice. As ready and set to make a break for that bench. Port Huron still chatting. I think they might call timeout here. No, they're going to say they're good. Remember, they pulled the goalie at 6 minutes yesterday on the power play. So a big one here for Topeka. If they can get themselves back down the ice, you have to wonder when the goalie will head for the bench. Koash gets set. He and Matt Graham battling again. Koash wins that draw. Norwinski there wraps it around the boards. Connor Lind comes away with it, fires it ahead for Inlow. Inlow spinning off, sends it deeper into the zone as Koash trying to chase it back down. Puck wrapped around the boards. Looking for a lane. It's dumped up and back to center ice. Norwinski with time. Alex Norwinski back up the far side wall. Played out there as that's pushed ahead. Anderson trying to come up with it, and Port Huron does come out of the scrum with it. Favaro moves ahead for Anderson. Anderson off the side of the net, and now Brizgalov tried to cover up. Didn't like the attempted swat at it by Favaro. 3:57 left to go here in this third period. Topeka less than 4 minutes from a big 6 points this weekend. And again, a lot of people standing still right now. This would put Topeka squarely back in third place with a victory here tonight. Still with some games in hand too. They're playing Port Huron, so they don't advance that statistic at all. But another 3 points against the team right ahead of them in the standings would be huge. Pushed ahead, shot towards the net. Brizgalov covers up. So very little time off the clock. Whalen and Millette pushing on each other now. So face-off will come back to the left-hand side of the goaltender. Millette just throws left to Whalen there. So we'll see. As now again, trying to win a draw. It's Gagnon. Puck tied up, pushed to the side. Papapetros off the boards and right back out. Hustling ahead. Poor Huron back to their own blue line and trying to set it back up. It's Millette with it. Pushed back into the zone. Price couldn't touch, but Papapetros does. Trying to turn it around. Gagnon has it. Wrapped around the boards. Whalen there for it. Whalen gets pinned off that time by Busel. Down low. Trying to send it back again. Millette is now pinned to the wall. Millette pinned off. Sent behind the goal line. Wrapped around for Jacob Gagnon. Gagnon up the boards. Gotten to the blue line. Forced to it. Parsons has to bring it outside the zone. So poor Huron resetting. Goalie still in the net with 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. 2-1 Topeka. Racing back in. It's Anderson looking for a lane. Worked that puck and it's worked off. Trying to feed it up the near side boards. It's flipped out. That will play off. And again, they say deflection. So, faceoff will come down as they wait. Faceoff coming all the way back in the zone. As puck drop comes here. Lots of conversation here, and I'm not sure what Port Huron's conversation is. The linesman very quickly saying that one was tipped. So they wait. They're going to kick Topeka out of the faceoff circle. Checo will leave. Avery Smith comes in. He and Matt Graham go to work. That puck along the wall. Trying to fire it up, could not as Graham comes away with it. Graham and Smith locked up in a battle here. Back to the blue line. Shot towards the net is deflected just wide as Bizal puts it back down low for Matt Graham. Graham out towards the front. A shot turned away as Anderson, a point-blank opportunity, banked off the wall, and that will get out to center. Turned around there. Alex Johnson quickly back up for Matt Graham. Graham into the zone. Bizal has it. Bizal back down low. Trying to play it off. It's moved up the far side wall now as Hunter Hall gets it to the blue line, but not out. Trying to knock it back down. Anderson below the goal line. He's harassed and put into the boards by Blaisdell. Trying to play it back out. Bizal back down low. Blaisdell is there. Blaisdell gets tied up. 2:10 left to go. Still, goaltender remains in the net. Trying to play it out was Avery Smith, but it's turned around again by Matt Graham. Graham pinned off the face of Blaisdell. Passed across. Worked up there for Corey Checo. Checo out. Gotten to Hall. Hall, he takes a rough ride into the boards and pops right back up. Move back in. It's Bobby Price. Price cutting down the near side wall. Harassed there. Forced out by Avery Smith. Moved ahead. A breakaway opportunity. Back in the zone. Deking backhand shot. Will not go. Unbelievable opportunity as Topeka just attacking. Smith went down there. Not sure what happened. But what a break. And I'll tell you, second time today, Clark has had that opportunity. Just could not finish. Could have made this a 3-1 game with 1:41 to go. Have to assume Paulin's getting ready to pull that netminder the next time they get an offensive zone draw. As that puck won back, shot coming here off a couple of skates, and here comes Millette. Millette over center. Dumps that in. Brizgalov turning it aside as that puck will be dumped down deep. Price shoved in. Bucell, a shot taken away by the defense as that puck kept down deep. Price walking the line towards the net over the top of it, as a matter of fact. And now again, pinned along the boards. Favaro has it stripped from him. Koash banking it off to the blue line, but not out. And now it will come out. Favaro has to circle back at center. Minute 10 to go here, period number 3. Banked off the wall. That'll go all the way down. And Clark did not have the energy to get down there. 1:03 to go. Very important face-off coming here. A little surprised, if I'm being honest, with 1:03 to go. Not seeing Port Huron take a chance here with the goaltender. So, puck drop will come to the right-hand side of Brizgalov. No, my apologies. They're going to the left-hand side. Everybody was lined up on the right-hand side, so wasn't out of nowhere, but here we go. Huge face-off here. As Matt Graham will call timeout. And that will take the goaltender to the bench as well with 1:03 to go. They pull out the big board. So we'll step aside for a commercial break that we didn't anticipate, but we'll be right back after this. All right, well, my apologies. As had an error with that commercial, and we'll get that fixed for you guys. Big thanks to Club Car Wash. As now, Scarecrows head out here. 1:03 to go, 63 seconds separating the Topeka Scarecrows from a victory. Goaltender is pulled, 6-on-5. As we're down. There's 1:03 to go, and now they're trying to get the clock fixed back up. So they'll have to reset that. There was 1:03 left to go. As the clock operation is being handled. The officials over there at the bench talking to the scorekeeper. Poor Huron acting as though they weren't sure what's going on. They will get this fixed. The assistant captain coming off the bench, Bucell walking over there as if somebody... They need an explanation. There's 1:03 left to go. We all know this. They just had it right, as now it goes down to 10.6 seconds. That would be preferable if you're a Scarecrows fan. There was 1:03 left to go. I don't know how they get down to 1:06, but 3 more seconds, so here we go. 2-1 in favor of Topeka. Empty net, 6-on-5. Puck is pushed forward, trying to move it back again. Looking for a lane, it's passed through. Towards the net, Brizgalov with a save. As they'll set again. And they'll reset to the opposite side. As now again, Koash wins it back. Trying to hustle this puck along. Moved there. Well, Elijah Wilson just misses this empty cage. And with 48.6 seconds to go, that one blown dead. So 48.6 seconds remaining. As the Prowlers complaining about the time. As now again. Face-off off to the left-hand side of the netminder. As 48.6 seconds left to go. They wait for the puck drop here. Puck is dropped, one to the sidewall, swatted off the boards by Clark. Shot towards the net, goes just wide. Riding up the near side wall, Elijah Wilson gets it free. Gets it over the red line and not going to ice that one. Wilson chasing after it. Favaro is there for poor Huron. Favaro along the far side wall. He looks up the ice. Chases that one out. Passed across into the offensive zone. Shot. Glove saved by Brizgalov. 25.8 seconds left to go. As now Topeka trying to keep themselves going. Timeout called by Topeka. Here's the replay. Stick handles right through the defense, and Brizgalov with a glove save. So Topeka will take a stoppage here. We'll just stay with you here. As now again, this one's been interesting to say the least. All right. With that, we are back. Face off to the left-hand side of Daniel Brizgalov. 25.8 seconds to go. As they're trying to get the clock fixed. As now we get set. There's 25.8 seconds were remaining. And now again, Bucell right over the boards. So, Bucell pleading his case to the referee. There was 25.8 seconds left to go. 9/10 of a second ticked off as they wait to get it fixed here. 25 seconds. We'll see. As Bucell still standing there. It was 25.8 seconds. That's what was left. Bucell being pointed back to the penalty box. There it is, 25.8 seconds. And now we'll get the face-off. So, they wait, puck is dropped. One back, the Prowlers trying to sneak in there. Can't get it to go cleanly. 23 seconds remaining, swatted at there by Wilson. Trying to get it free, cannot, it goes just wide of the net. Gagnon chasing as it's moved down deeper. Right back towards the front of the net, back below the goal line. Shot off the side, picked off. 10 seconds remaining as now Clark loses it, swatting at it. Poor Huron offside, 4 seconds to go. Cut off, knocked down, and that'll do it. 6 big points for Topeka on the weekend. They take the weekend series from the Port Huron Prowlers. All the complaining, all the crying is what I believe is being said. And now the Scarecrows come away with 6 big points as the coaching staff has words with each other. And the Scarecrows get set to salute the crowd. They shake hands and head off. As head coach Robbie Nichols, certainly he seems to be happy. There it is, play Pink Pony Club. The Scarecrows win. So, Elijah Wilson telling them to get the Prowlers off the ice as the Scarecrows salute the fans. As now the linesmen keeping the distance here as, again, the Scarecrows taking the lap. 2-1 winners here tonight. And I'll tell you what, it was a big third period goal. Doug Blaisdell doing a job setting it up. And Hunter Hall's first goal as a Topeka Scarecrow. What a beauty. As now Robbie Nichols gathering his troops here. So we'll see what he's got cooked up here. Robbie Nichols, always the entertainer. They're telling him to finish the circle. Very excited to see whatever's about to happen here. they finish completing the crowd appreciation circle. And now that means it's just about time for the 3 stars of the game, presented, as always, by our great friends at The Pulse. So, the hits of 90s, 2000s, and today, The Pulse. What does he have up his sleeve? Never a dull moment when Robbie Nichols is involved. As they'll woo here. Well, there's an old tradition for any of you who have watched that man since Elmira, New York. So here comes the 3 stars of the game. Third star tonight, first goal for Topeka, Scott Koash. Takes a bow, and he is having himself a season. As there goes Brizgalov again. Oh, 2-goal on the weekend performance by the big man. And tonight's first star, the game-winning goal, Hunter Hall. Tonight's Dean's hot player to watch. As take a bow, Hunter Hall. So your Scarecrows winners tonight as they take 6 of a possible 9 points this weekend. Losers on Friday night, but the rest of the weekend, nothing could have gone better. Topeka comes up big winners. The winners in the only other game in the FPHL, Athens 3, Monroe 2. That's a final in OT. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Always appreciate you guys logging on, watching us here, whether it's Sportfy, YouTube. We appreciate you. As always, I'm John Clement. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and spending your weekend with us, especially your Sunday. We know you've got plenty of options. We hope to see you on Friday night as the Biloxi Breakers come to town. Your Topeka Scarecrows looking for a big W against a interdivisional matchup. The time against the current divisional opponents is over. Topeka has reclaimed third place and has made themselves a little bit of a clearer path up the standings wall, as now with that win tonight, they have 25 points, trailing Port Huron by 8 with 5 games in hand. We'll see if Topeka can make that climb a little bit closer next weekend. Again, I'm John Clement. Good night, Topeka. We'll see you Friday night, 7:05, right here at the Landon Arena.
Up in northeastern Kansas, there's no place I'd rather be, where polished chrome reflects the vision of every outlaw's dream. It's a little piece of heaven where the wild hearts go to roam, where legends come together. It's the place that we call home. It's summer nights, it's neon lights, it's good times and living free. It's throwing back a shot of Jack, it's making badass memories. Kickstart Saloon, y'all come on in. Sit back, relax, throw a few shots back and let the party begin. We'll throttle up on the good times, crank the volume up on the tunes. Yeah, allow me to welcome you to the Kickstart Saloon. It's neon buzzing in the Midwest haze, the smell of burnt rubber as the band hits the stage. It's the soulful sounds the band throws down, and they got it cranked up to 10. It's another great night underneath the lights. It's good times with damn good friends. Kickstart Saloon, y'all come on in. Sit back, relax, throw a few shots back and let the party begin. We'll throttle up on the good times, crank the volume yes to loved ones past and those of us still living the dream. To loyalty, to love, to the good Lord above and everything in between. Kickstart Saloon, y'all, come on in. Sit back, relax, throw a few shots back and let the party commence. We'll throttle up on the good times, crank the volume up on the tunes. So allow me to welcome you to the Kickstart Saloon, y'all, come on in. Sit back, relax, throw a few shots back and let the party commence. We'll throttle up on the good times, crank the volume up on the tunes. So allow me to welcome you to the Kickstart Saloon. So if you're ever out in Kansas, there's a place you just gotta see, where polished chrome reflects the vision of every outlaw's dream.